Bam, we're live. God, I wish I could tell you we had an earthquake or a hurricane or something like that, but I just slept in late. My alarm didn't go off. I should have known my back was screaming. That's like been in bed too long. Can you hear me?
I can.
Good morning.
And you,
Oh yeah, perfect.
You,
God, you sound good.
Good.
Is that just the mic on your computer?
Yeah.
Dang.
And like you have to wear those things on your head for a living. Fuck.
You know what's weird is I've gotten so used to it. If I'm not doing it, I feel like I'm not in the show.
That's some creepy shit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like if I'm not wearing a condom, it doesn't feel like I'm having sex. No, Caleb, I just made that up. Thank you though. I appreciate that. Was a solid expression. Caleb, I couldn't bring up the Paper Street Coffee gives me money to dance like a monkey.
Yeah, I'm having trouble with it too.
Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Sometimes every once in a while StreamYard does that. Greg, I am having so much fun. I'm watching a real life soap opera. Nothing's even happened yet, and the Dems are losing their shit. This is going to be weird to see him on this side of the fence. I watched CNN for 5 hours the other day. It was amazing. Elizabeth Warren was talking about all the police officers who were killed on Jan 6. So I was like, I think one had a heart attack from the COVID vaccine. But other than that, I made the COVID vaccine part up. But one had a heart attack. I don't think one was killed. It was crazy. They'll just blabber. They will say anything now. Unless CNN's always been like that. But 5 hours of it. I told my sister, she said, you're crazy watching that for 5 hours. It was amazing.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoy that.
It's just, it's nuts world.
I enjoy the New York Times.
How about Elon sending out his love? And the TikTok stuff. I want to hurry up and get to Panama, the Panama chapter. I want to see a big aircraft carrier go down to Panama now.
Once you've expressed your interest in Greenland,
yeah,
it becomes a huge poker chip.
Even just the expression, even just
one. More so. You up the ante.
Explain that to me, please.
Well, I got a chess piece on the board and I've got plans for it. And at the point that you and I both see what I'm doing, it's a different thing for me. I liked it better when you didn't know what I was after.
Right.
And then when at the point that you're looking at it and I see that, oh, fuck on your face, and you look at my eyes, I'm like, well, there it is. He sees it. And it's a different game. And that's where this kind of puts us, I think. Well, there's that,
Are you?
I say we buy it.
Yeah.
Take it, threaten Denmark. I mean, I don't know what the answer is, but we have to have it.
There was a guy in a UN committee meeting that he said, fuck you to Trump. He's like, if you want to take Greenland, fuck you.
In the UN?
Yeah. And they reprimanded him. They're like, there's no room for that language in this office of business.
We can't give opposition time on this because it'll be enemy led. What we need to do is get that dollar value while it's remotely feasible, and it is. It's a bargain. But you can put a price tag on this thing so that guy's called home and then beaten to death at the airport by his friends.
The United Nations guy?
Yeah. Whoever's speaking for Greenland in a will never sell manner. I can silence all of that.
Denmark, Magnus Holmgren, Denmark as founding member of NATO would not be good to start war between NATO countries.
No one's going to start a war with Denmark. We're going to buy it from them, knucklehead.
A war.
What do they have to have? They don't have anybody to start a war with. Like, what are they going to use?
Hey, you know what? They're a fierce country and with a long, proud history of, there's nothing. You'd be amazed at how many people have died over Greenland.
Is it a lot?
Yeah, check it out. Yeah, it's been a bone. It's a bone of the central contention of warfare for a long time, is my recollection.
Let me see if I can find the wiki page on
The
Greenland.
battles that the North Atlantic countries have waged over that and Iceland are pretty amazing, right?
Iceland too, huh?
Yeah, I believe so. I believe that's.
Didn't Larry Ellison buy Lanai, the entire island in Hawaii, like
97% of it or something like that?
Yeah. I mean,
our favorite waitress, or I think she's the manager at Nobu, was actually a native of Lanai. Are you seeing this?
Pardon me?
Greenland, you finding it?
Yeah. I don't see I don't see a section about war though yet.
No, I haven't either.
It was settled in 986 by Icelanders and Norwegians through the contingent of 14 boats. Greenlanders submitted to Norwegian rule in 1261 under the Kingdom of Norway. And then the Kingdom of Norway entered a personal union with Denmark in 1380. And from 1397, it was part of the Kalmar Union. I don't see anything about a war, though. Or people dying.
It was probably wars that weren't fought on Greenland, I'm guessing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah,
Greg?
that's what
You're smart. I don't think it's gonna. I can't imagine it being a problem getting Greenland. Hey, why don't we pull out of NATO altogether?
Yeah, I think we ought to.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Gradually, with them armed. Here's what I don't want to do, Caleb. I don't want to increase the likelihood of a war in Europe by the United States capable of carrying the burden becomes increasingly more likely to have to the extent that it's not being shouldered by Europeans. In other words, I think the deterrence is greater if the threat is of German nukes than it is of American. French nukes and not Americans. British nukes and not Americans. NATO nukes. If that's not the deterrent, my solution isn't to grind up another 100,000 American boys.
You're saying that the United States is propping up Europe to be able to.
Of course we are. Of course we are. And it increases the likelihood of an engagement with it where we've led. Next time, I want a whole bunch of Europeans to die way ahead of American involvement, way ahead.
On April 9th, 1940.
I don't want to. I would do anything to not have to do another Normandy, Battle of the Bulge.
That'd be really nice.
And I think part of that is a mutual assured destruction that looks very much European centered.
It looks like the Germans took it from the Danish in the 1940s, and then of course the Americans then took it back and gave it back to the Danish. They basically supplied the Danish with enough supplies to fight the Germans off the island.
I had that book on my coffee table in Denmark, and I was shocked to see how much fucking war there had been with Denmark, Sweden, Finland, like just war after war after war. And I was like, what the fuck are they fighting for? And part of it was rights to Greenland and Iceland were part of it, as I recall. Maybe it was all a dream.
And in 1951 to 53, the U.S. expanded their Air Force base there, the Thule Air Force Base.
Thule.
The Danish government did not become aware of the program mission until 1997 when they discovered it while looking in the declassified documents for records related to the crash of nuclear-equipped B-52 bomber near the Thule Air Base. Oh, maybe there's a nuclear bomb sitting there somewhere on the island.
Probably not.
You think they got it off? The plane
Yeah.
crashed? And yeah.
Yeah, they definitely did. I got the call-in number fixed, Sevon. The background's working.
Oh, thank you.
It's up in the upper left corner now. I don't have to run it across the bottom.
Oh, okay. You know what's crazy is because I have a time code up there, I can't see up there.
Yeah, I know. It's there for sure. I've gone to the channel and watched it, and it's there. But
in 1973, there arose a border dispute between Denmark and Canada over the ownership of Hans Island, a small island located in the Nares Strait directly between Greenland and the Canadian territory. The island remained in dispute until 2022 when both countries agreed to split the dispute island roughly in half. In 1985, Greenland left the European Economic Community upon achieving self-rule. Oh, they didn't want to go with the fishing laws that the European Economic Community put on. And then in 2009, they got self-rule, assuming responsibility for self-government. Hey, between the inauguration, the post-inauguration talk he gave to those people, where he basically gave us the unedited version of the inauguration talk, and then that talk in the White House, and then where he signed all the executive orders. We've already had more intimate contact with Donald Trump in the first day of office than we had the entire 4 years with Biden. Did you see Michael Johnson say that he tried to get a meeting with Biden for 8 months and couldn't get a fucking meeting with him?
I heard that.
Yeah, he tells the story. It's a crazy story. He's like, hey man, like I'm third in line to be fucking president of the fucking United States, and I can't get a meeting with the president, a Speaker of the House. And then when he finally got the meeting, he said Joe wasn't there. There was no Joe. It was just a shell of a man. He says, hey, why did you stop letting us sell natural gas to Europe? He's like, I never signed that executive order. He's like, yeah, you did. I didn't even know. We really were being run by 22-year-old blue-haired girls. Yeah, it's crazy. The video is crazy when Michael Johnson tells the story. It is absolutely wild.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
He said
That's why it was kept from him.
He said he scheduled a meeting with Biden when he showed up there. The head of the CIA, when he finally got the meeting, the head of the CIA was there. Kamala was there. A handful of other people. And then he said somewhere in the meeting, Joe said, hey, can you guys all step out of the room and give Michael and I a few minutes? And he said it was just bizarro world. He said there were some very pressing, he didn't say what the issues were, but he said there were some very pressing issues that were serious to our national security. What do you think about I don't really understand it, but Trump saying that he'll let TikTok move forward if they give the United States government half ownership?
I have no idea what's up his sleeve.
Yeah, what does that even look like?
Can the government own a private entity like that?
Don't they own General Motors?
I don't know.
And now Starbucks, I don't know if you remember, but at the beginning of the woke era, there were these I don't know, 2 or 3 black young men in a Starbucks, and they were told to leave because they didn't purchase anything. And it became this big hullabaloo. And the CEO of Starbucks said, no, you don't have to purchase anything. You can just come hang out in our store.
Yeah, it became the homeless hangout.
Yeah.
Now you have to buy some.
Now you have to buy. And now they switched back as soon as Trump got in office. What's happening? Everyone saw the election, and that's their new big survey for what the country wants. I mean, they're not doing it because of values, right? Or morals or ethics. They're doing it. Why is everyone switching back? It's just like normal common sense shit.
You ever seen all the birds land on a telephone wire?
Yeah, like the pigeons. Yeah,
they're settling.
Yeah.
Taylor Swift. And then you've seen where they all, like, one takes off, then 2, 5, 10, 100, they all leave.
Yeah.
Katy Perry. I mean, nobody understands why. Just it's mass movement.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Everyone's doing it. No one is. Everyone is. Now they're not. This is Jim Jordan's world, by the way. And he has a whole social dynamic around that interaction. So it was great. You'd see someone to be like, yeah, check this out. Oh, yeah, those were cool. What do you mean they were cool? Well, no, never mind. Just like.
When you say Jim Jordan, you're talking about the photographer in the world of Hollywood?
Yeah. I'm just saying I remember those. And the guy's like, thinks he's hip as shit because he's got that shoe or shirt or whatever, right?
Right.
It's funny. It's like, I don't know, like stuff's in or it's out.
Well, I can't believe it when I saw the headline FBI gets rid of DEI. I was like, the FBI had DEI.
Everyone was pretending, and now I look stupid. It's like how's this different than the yellow wristbands? Remember Live Strong?
Yes, yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me? Fuck, man, you're all gonna be so embarrassed someday. You could hear 4 million scissors going off at once when that shit happened. Like, oh, I thought I looked cool. I realized now I look stupid, and that nothing changed. Well, you found out a little more about him, but things are like that.
Everybody just found another yellow wristband.
This is
the pink ribbon,
This is a great comment. Greg starts, you ever see birds land on so I lean in for some profoundness, then nobody knows why.
No.
Good example, though. It makes sense.
It's been studied. Like, you think there'd be a leader bird, right? No.
Yeah.
No, I think it's panic, or I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think I'm given to it.
Mike has a really good point, Greg. It was 100% effective in helping cure wrist cancer.
Yeah. Man. He can't live down the underlying who he was.
Who?
Lance Armstrong.
Oh.
And it's nothing to do with the cheating. It's trying to destroy the life of the guy who was reporting him cheating. That's the part.
Floyd Landis and the rest of those guys, yeah.
Yeah, that puts him like in OJ turf for me.
Mm.
Maybe that's a little extreme.
When
it's extreme, but in that turf, I mean, I got it's a mixed bag of those fucks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Some of them are murderers, and others just ruin someone's life for their personal gain.
Yeah. If you don't take these drugs.
Do you remember?
I got him in the same bag.
Do you remember Milli Vanilli, Greg?
Yeah.
I remember being a kid, and
you're like, so what?
Yeah, their song was amazing. It was on the radio nonstop.
Yeah.
And then people found out that they were lip syncing. It wasn't really them singing the song; it was someone else, and the song went away. I could not, for the fucking life of me, figure that out. I was like, why do we care who sings it? We all like the song.
And how much in what manner is that different than, say, like auto tune and shit? Look into that. Who's using it and isn't? And
look at Carrie Underwood.
You probably get your little podcast sued into the next century on just talking on that. But
Mike Sandone, yeah, I never understood why anyone cared about that shit. Who cares? Yeah, at that point, I knew something was up with the world. I didn't know what to think, but I was like, this is really weird. We all like the song. But now we found out that it's not the two Rastafarian dudes with the crazy hair singing it, and we're not going to listen to it anymore. Just if that matters to you, just bring out the people who really were singing it. I think it was some fat lady. I think it was like two fat people.
Who was it?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I was like, just bring them out. Who cares? Why do we have to get rid of the song? Was so catchy. It was so cool. And I love the way those guys danced around. Do you remember how they would dance around Milli Vanilli?
Remember my leading with fat people on the front end? Nobody liked that.
Yeah.
And you're going to ruin the brand.
Yeah, those guys. Yeah, look at real voice. And you know what's crazy? I think one of those guys killed themselves over it. I think one of those guys committed suicide.
Of the real guys or the imposters?
The real guys.
Wow. It meant a lot to him, you know?
Damn.
That looks like the KFC spokesperson.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey, we're entering a really weird world now, too, with this AI. Like yesterday, someone sent me some AI of me kissing someone, like random people. Like they had a picture of me and then they had me kissing random people. And, you know, it doesn't look perfect, but man, we're really close to some really fucked up shit. We're like, I think 2025 is going to be the year. It is going to be,
it's so fucked up.
Yeah. Look at this, Greg. Someone made this the other day. I mean, we are close, buddy.
I hate that that's not.
Yeah, it's a little Photoshoppy, dude.
But dude, we're close.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it? I mean, I hadn't. The fact that someone can just do that on their phone. We're close. We're close to just seeing some really
way too close.
Incredible. Have you seen this? Have you seen this photo? Have you seen this AI, Greg, where it's it shows Michelle Obama taking off her shirt and it's a dude underneath?
Yeah.
That one's getting close too, I think. I mean, these are people just doing this shit on their phone.
I thought that was real.
Oh shit. Big Mike.
Oh, you're kidding me. That's AI. Hey, who's ping ping? Is that your low bandwidth or something? That failing. Oh yeah, you're fuzzy too.
Me?
I think it is.
You guys look good to me.
You look good to me too.
There's some audio failure there.
Maybe one of your kids just turned on a 90-inch screen in one of the rooms.
No, I just want to do better with my Mac top, my MacBook Air here than without the mic than you guys are doing.
I got all sorts of shit over here, all sorts of shit plugged in. Every day you can just go to the TV set. I think it's gonna be like this all year, and just put on like any of the news stations, and it's the soap opera is so thick. You know, the Jan 6 guys. Did you see the guy from the Oath Seekers being interviewed?
No, but I might have read some of his statements.
It's worth watching his interview. What a dignified, classy man. In a smart guy. I think he went to Yale Law. He was a former veteran. It was wild listening to him speak. 3 years he spent in jail. He had an 18-year sentence. And they show him just out in front of the jail being interviewed. Classy.
I did read some of that.
Yeah. These people, I mean, I know I'm preaching to the choir, but the incongruity, or the lack of consistency. You know, just a couple months ago, we saw 4 cops get stomped in Times Square by illegal aliens, and then those 4 guys were let go. And the left, and then they were caught again, of course, for more violent crimes, you know, within a few weeks. But the left's worried about American citizens who were protesting at the Capitol getting let free. And you know, my stance on that, Greg, is that was a police failure. The police failed to protect the building.
I think his offering to send 10,000 guys to Pelosi, I suspect that's real.
So Elizabeth Warren was saying also on CNN that was complete. No, it wasn't Elizabeth Warren. The fact checker at CNN was saying that was complete bullshit. So I started digging around. I found the transcript on a government website, on a U.S. government website. He did it twice. He offered troops on the 5th and the 6th. More than offered, he was recommending. Yeah, it's crazy. It took me 2 minutes to find that. Hey Pat, there's the senator from Hawaii just put up a video of all the violence on Jan 6, and you know what's amazing? Let's say there were 30. There's less than 30 in those videos. The best she could do, there were probably 5 or 10 people being violent. And when I mean violent, I'm not talking about. You can find. I'm not talking about very violent. I'm talking about like
help me here with Pat. You want the cops in Times Square hung, but the cops were beat on 1/6 released.
I think there's a typo there. I think you just typed that out too fast. I don't want the cops hung. I think that's a typo there. I'm assuming I know.
I think his position's a little extreme.
but you can't even find a clip where there's even more than a handful of people being violent. Yeah, it's a typo. I understand.
Yeah, but what would you fix? What do you fix? Try it again.
Oh, retype it. Yeah.
Yeah, without so that it makes sense.
Can we talk about something light today? I've been stressed out.
Oh. Put the Nobu music on.
I like it that Eli Crane is down at the jail.
Doing what?
Just, you know, making sure that the guys get out. I have a funny
the hostages you're talking about?
Yeah.
The January 6th hostages?
Yeah, I like that too. I love that. I love that. Hey, you see Conor McGregor?
He comes in and he's gonna give credence is too strong a word. He's gonna fan the flames of those that thought it was an insurrection. Led by him.
Yeah, now it's going to be okay to be violent. Hey, anyone who's thinking about violence,
it doesn't help thing if he's like, yeah, I got all my boys out. He has them to the Oval Office. They steal shit. You know what I mean?
They leave with the MLK bust.
Yeah.
Whose desk are they gonna shit on now?
They leave with the MLK bust.
Shit in the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like,
and then hang the bust from a tree somewhere by its neck. Hey, I thought that was fucking brilliant that they had that guy do the reenactment of the Martin Luther King speech at the inauguration right in front of Kamala and Biden. That was genius. Whoever thought of that was genius. I never saw the Village People perform. Did they perform anywhere?
I may have missed that, for God's sakes. I'm sure if they did, I'll have to see it again.
And I guess Snoop performed.
I heard they were gonna.
Yeah, they had Snoop perform at one of the parties, and now the clips going around of Snoop saying, which one of you jigaboo from 2016, which one of you jigaboos is going to vote for Trump? And then they got that with him then playing at the Trump party. It's some crazy shit. Okay, Sean, this is for you. This is honestly how I feel. So start up the Reddit threads where I'm a misogynist. This is once again. This is a devastating blow to the women who have worked tirelessly to eliminate or simply diminish the stereotype that they are bad drivers. I agree. This sets women back. This is
What
bad.
is-
Here we go. I'm going to play the video for you. Here we go. I don't know what football team this is.
Ohio State.
It's okay. It's okay.
Oh, you know what? I didn't see it either.
I
That
didn't
too?
know. You're giving her pass.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody okay?
Show it again.
Here we go.
She just disappears.
She runs away. Yeah.
You fucking deserve this.
What?
Wait.
Ryan J, you deserve it, brother. Thank you.
Oh.
Thank you. It's okay. It's okay.
Hey, Sebi, you know along 17, the barrier that separates the traffic
Yeah. Yeah.
there, they put that white stripe, that yellow stripe up on it,
Yes.
about a foot from the top.
Yeah.
That made driving that thing so much easier.
Was there a time when the stripe wasn't there and just the barrier was there?
Oh, yeah. There's a time when the barrier wasn't there, dude.
I remember when the barrier wasn't there. That was hairball. So you're saying that wall, you're giving her a pass. You're saying that wall needs like a yellow stripe on it. You're saying because it's gray.
It looks like the ground to me.
You're saying because her jacket's gray and the wall and the
Yeah, I don't know. I
true.
was the first time.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, it is you can January 22nd, 2025, you can now take Greg off the misogynist list. Look at him.
Wow.
I mean, the defense for
Took a
women.
long time, man.
Jesus, Greg. It's a really good point. I didn't even think about that. I just want yeah.
Look at it. Why would you paint that to look like?
Yeah, that's fair. Once again, you've changed my mind. It's been just 20 years of you changing my mind, enlightening me, Greg.
Dude, she floored it.
We're in a total bunch because she has the football team on the truck.
The head coach and the quarterback, yeah.
Yeah, and she's already like a little, just like can't even believe it, breathing hard.
Yeah.
And then the optical illusion there is, oh,
What did you say?
Yeah, and everybody's probably pretty amped up. The game's over. They just won
Yeah.
it. It's awesome.
she's, she's cute as fuck, or they wouldn't have her driving it.
Yeah.
Let me pile on here
All right.
too. I love her assertiveness where it's just, hey, the mission has to go on. I'll give her that. Good leadership. All right, gentlemen, abandon the boat. It's going down. We're on foot.
They liked it.
Yeah, they thought it was funny. Is she in the back there just like pulling it? No. Okay.
No, she takes off.
Yeah, she does take off.
Hey,
I
that
thought-
cop should have arrested her. That cop, look at the cop even looked back. That
That's a
cop
DUI.
should have arrested,
Oh,
yes, that cop should have given her a blood test.
oops. Look, it won't back up.
Did you see the week before the New Orleans incident, the chief of New Orleans, that old lady had hit 2 people?
What?
Yeah, she ran over 2 people.
Who did?
No.
The chief, Anna Kirkpatrick, the chief of the New Orleans.
I told you she looked like someone they pulled out of my mom's home and made her police chief for a week.
Yeah, I was looking at it last
It was
night.
the Make-A-Wish.
I was digging into her. Yeah, a week before they did a
We
her
put
blood.
up a barrier and the terrorists went on the sidewalk. I'm like, oh my God.
What the barrier?
And then she has the yellow things, and they're like, so what are those for? She goes, oh, those would stop someone from going up on, like the terrorists did. And they go, well, how come you didn't use them? She goes, I didn't know we had them. And I was like, leave her alone. She's like, she needs to go to the beach with Joe.
Oh fuck that.
Yeah,
Full-blown
just
DEI chief of police.
from Oakland.
They went around the truck parked in the middle of the road,
Yeah, just the week before.
as if to deliberately hit the pedestrians.
Just the week before, she herself hit 2 pedestrians. New Orleans Police Department Chief Kirkpatrick was on duty when she hit 2 people with a vehicle.
Hmm.
This is
She
the
was on
week-
duty? What do you mean on duty?
She was on duty and she fucking hit 2 people.
She's the
She said
police
she
chief, and she's trolling the streets.
And they immediately did a blood test and or breathalyzer and urine test on her. So far, it's all come back negative.
Really?
Huh. Crazy.
She was returning home from visiting an injured officer at the hospital.
Oh shit! Did she run him over?
No,
She was really
maybe.
broken up at the sight of him, probably. Driving
The
home.
What
incident
color
took-
were the people she hit?
That's a good question. That's a great question. What color were the people she hit? That is a great question. I wonder if I type that in.
We got to turn this into some kind of race issue, right, Caleb?
Oh,
That's
that's
right.
amazing,
It
Greg.
has to be. Where's the
What
racial angle? I'm
Color
not seeing it.
were the people?
I mean, you're in the deep south.
Yeah.
Pretty high likelihood they were black.
Oh, AI won't give me a return on that. That is so funny. It gives you a return on anything.
Hmm. You think? Let's see.
God, that is crazy. Happened in the French Quarter, in the exact same area where the people were hit.
Oh,
Really?
those barriers didn't stop her.
No.
Crazy.
Damn.
She was fired from her role as the first ever female police chief for this California city of Oakland. She then later sued Oakland for wrongful termination, got $1.5 million. So she's rich. Man.
I like fired from Oakland makes you a good candidate for New Orleans.
I know. That's what I was thinking too. It's like, Jesus, you know she's going to be
Yeah,
a
this
problem.
lady.
That's so bad. Like,
Don't judge a book by a cover. She's a black belt.
she's
Greg,
like
what is
my
the
local librarian?
Greg, what is the worst thing you saw as an employee at HQ do? For example, I had to fire an employee who got caught jerking off inside his work truck.
Jesus.
I don't think we had any jerking off,
Yeah,
get off
you know,
or get caught. We didn't have anyone get caught for jerking off, did we?
we put up these posters
Oh, yeah.
in the snack room, whatever the hell that was.
Yes.
And they were sent to us by one of these orgs that sends you this stuff so that you're in compliance with state regulations. And the thing was, the poster was about reporting inappropriate behavior at the workplace. And in the poster, in the picture, there's a girl who's being very vocal, I guess, about something going on in the workplace, but she's wagging her finger and has her mouth open. Into which someone drew male genitalia, and someone's standing there with their hands on their hips.
I remember that.
I know who did it. They turned the state mandated education on workplace oppression into a pornographic poster. It was a complete hit.
And the person was given a raise, right? For their creative. It was in the media department. It was one of those.
I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I'm told, oh, it's mandatory. And I'm, what the fuck's mandatory?
Mandatory blowjobs.
All about that. You know those posters he's talking about, Caleb, right? Like if you have over 20 employees, you have to have this poster up somewhere by law.
Yeah, and then you have to it's like laminated or whatever, and you got to post it up. It has to be in a certain place, and everybody has to see it. And
the artist has been a guest on your show.
Yeah, the artist has been a guest on the show. That's right.
We can move on now. I'm gonna get a phone call.
I was dying when I walked into the fucking break room or whatever, the kitchen, and I saw that. I was like, this is genius.
Yeah, and I'm like, there's no way she was really like in that posture. And like, oh yeah. And I was like, unbelievable. I'd never
It's
noticed it until that.
How dare they make suggestive posters like that? Don't they know what they're trying to convey?
He elicited that.
Hey, dude, there was this other guy at the office. I have some great videos of it. I should start posting these videos. There was another guy in the office. If anyone brought in sugar, he threw it away. So like someone would come into the office and put down 20 homemade fucking cupcakes in the break room with a little note that said like "Happy birthday, Caleb." And this dude would fire up his cell phone, walk in there, film himself, pick up the platter of cupcakes and dump it in the trash. He would go into the fridge and throw away people's shit like Coke or anything like that, dude. In the videos, people would be so pissed. And we'd be over in the media department laughing our asses off, dude. It was so funny, dude. And it would happen once every couple of weeks, dude. Someone would bring like a 2-pound bag of M&Ms and leave it there, and he would just throw it away. Step on them. Oh, it was amazing.
Oh, wow. That would have been good advertising.
Oh, it was so crazy.
One of our friends had a high temperature romantic involvement with a Barbie-like creature known to all of us, and the oddness of him and Barbie physically inspired skateboard art that went up on the wall in the
Oh, that's right.
And when the skateboard was stolen, it was really only one suspect. The model that we think took the skateboard and did what with it, Lord knows, but it was so well done.
She wasn't too fond of it.
Imagine you're dating this girl and you show up to work one day and there's an insane handcrafted skateboard deck hanging on the wall in the main area of this super beaver holding you like a baby for the entire fucking company to see. Dude, it was. How do you remember that shit? That shit was so funny.
Holding you like a baby.
Oh, it was so crazy.
Oh shit!
And hey, it was Greg's right. It was exquisite the way it was painted, the way the shape of the board was carved out to their bodies, and
it was done professionally, Caleb.
Yes, it was unreal. I forgot about that. Wow.
Not in poor taste.
Yes, it was genius.
Done professionally is amazing.
Man.
Oh fuck, that's funny.
Think of the fun they get to have at HQ now.
Oh, can't imagine.
It would shut the company down if someone drew someone getting a Hummer on the DEI poster in the kitchen.
on the HR propaganda.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, the hoe in the back parking lot going to the Valley Hoe.
Yeah.
Did you walk into that way around to the valet?
I haven't done that. I always just pull
Anyways,
up.
what's back there is the garbage and HR.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Look at
that's
the signs.
awesome.
It's pretty funny. There's HR parking, and so they got them out by the trash.
It's a good spot for them.
All right. How are those stories, Wad Zombie? I'm sure that was good.
It looks like Leaf had a story too.
I used to write Greg on my stuff in the fridge so that no one would touch it. Oh, that's smart. That's smart. Yeah, anything was game. Patrick Lang, Greg, thoughts on Trump trying to overturn the 14th Amendment. I'm in favor, but he has zero shot of getting it done without 2/3 Congress needed. What is the 14th
Or
Amendment?
is that the natural born, that's the being born here thing?
In simplest terms, it was passed by the Senate on June 8th, 1866, and ratified 2 years later on July 9th, 1868. The 14th Amendment granted citizenship to all persons born or naturalized in the United States, including formerly enslaved people, and provided all citizens with equal protection under the laws extending the provision. So basically, he wants to get rid of the fact that if like you fly if you're here on vacation and you have a kid, it can't be a citizen.
Yep.
Or if you run across the border and just on this side of the Rio Grande,
That's what he's after.
he doesn't want someone like in the detention center on the other side of the Rio Grande having a baby and it's an American.
That.
How many? What are the numbers on that? How many people become? What's the term they used? Natural born. How many? I wonder how many people that would affect. Is it a lot of people do that? Is that a serious problem?
The smart ones. I don't have a strong feeling on it. I understand both sides. I'd like to know the numbers.
Yeah.
But maybe those are the ones I want coming in. The ones.
Right. I mean, if you, you know, you.
I think immigration is good for the United States.
Yeah.
I think it's good for our culture. I think it's good for our way of life. I think it's good for our economy. I think that nobody appreciates this country more than the people that come here and forge opportunity and success. You've heard me. I've wanted to do documentaries on this. It should be a whole film series.
About 86% of the U.S. population is made of natural-born citizens. That means that more than half of the U.S. population was born in the United States. Yeah, but I guess the question is what of those 86%? Oh, so the other 14%.
Oh, naturalized? Maybe it's naturalized, not natural born.
I don't know, but I like the interpretation of 86% means more than half.
Of those, I wonder what percentage the parents weren't citizens, I guess, or were here illegally.
I've heard that there are 20 million citizens who have undocumented parents.
Mm.
I got that from National Review.
And if the average,
I'm sensitive. I don't need those kids thrown back.
And if you take the life expectancy at 80 years, you kind of got to divide that. You got to do a little math on that, right? 20 million people over an 80-year period. That's how many per year.
You remember our help on Grapevine
in Prescott?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, right.
They had him and her, the husband and wife. She had one job working for us, but he'd had two jobs, and they had very often for years and years had 4 jobs between them. They both came here undocumented, illegally, as in their early teens, and have worked nonstop since then to at the point that they're in their early 40s. They've got 2 homes and 5 kids all born here. Okay. Well, he gets tangled up in a kind of 187 spirit of grab all the illegals you can, and the deportation process starts on the fucking guy. And he's got 5 kids, 3 in middle school or high school, straight A students. He's working 2 jobs. He's a good dude, and his kids are citizens. rip dad out of the house and then what? Take mom too. And the attorney we hired had represented Geraldine Ferraro when she got in some immigration mess. So the roads were kind of easy in Arizona. One of the best in the country was this guy and his wife, and convenient for us. But we hired him, and I asked him what would happen. They could throw mom back too, and what about the kids? They go to foster. Speed of light. That really happens all the time, every day. And so it took a little bit of very little finagling and the right attorneys to get him peeled from that system and removed and sent back home and gotten a leave him alone card from the courts.
How much did that cost you?
I'd say 10 or 15, nothing really insignificant. He went home in a limo. He went there in a cop car. They were getting ready to throw him over the fence.
What about this?
Fucking jobs, 15 years here, hardworking, paying taxes. I'm not going to start with those people.
Your friend could have applied for
20 million kids like that.
Your friend could have applied for legal status at any time.
Probably. But listen, 187 had just made it illegal to hire him. So I don't know what the mobility was like outside of the fact that so many people fled that Arizona couldn't keep restaurants open. I mean, it got weird for a while. I got dicey. It shut down a middle school on its completion. They laid the pavement, put up the fences, to fucking put the roof up and no kids. My dog walker was the vice principal of a middle school. That's what Proposition 187 did for Arizona. Made it a crime to hire people that weren't documented. They were vital to the economy. They still are. More than vital to the economy. They're what's for breakfast. That's what we eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner because of undocumented workers. And everything else is around that issue is pretend.
What do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Let's start with the fact that you'd starve to death without them. And there's nothing Trump's going to do that will make that untrue. Unless he wants to document them. Well, if you're picking vegetables, then you're documented. They're not checking papers if you're willing to bend over in the sun and cut vegetable.
So that you got to
what side, no matter what your views are, nobody's so stupid as to stop that.
So, and do you think Homan knows that he's just going to kick out the bad ones?
Who, Trump? Yeah. I mean, I think their hands would be full just with felons. Just people doing active felons. I think would absorb all the resources possible.
We should accidentally throw over some people who are citizens, but are felons. Just if they have black hair. Oops. Change their name to Javier. Some guy named Mike.
Pick your bad guys, MS-13, whatever you want to pick, and imagine how many there are, and be realistic about what kind of law enforcement is going to take to weed them out, find them all, and toss them over. It's huge.
It doesn't seem like a very smart bunch either. It seems like they've all marked themselves too. They're all tatted. They have all the tats that basically say, "Hey, I'm a criminal."
Isn't that what they did in like Venezuela or something too? They just
Ecuador or El Salvador.
Yeah, and they just picked up everybody, and they have just a prison with like
the first person that gets yanked out of a Vaughn's grocery store bagging groceries. I'm against the whole thing. But I don't think I don't have any sense of that. That feels like a media portrayal. I can't imagine committing resources to that.
Map lady, your table fruit will cost more. Processed food will be fine. That's a good line.
It'd be like Hawaii.
Oh, Pat, come on. Don't be crazy. Is Trump going to let out the MS-13 guys next since we're letting out violent criminals? Come on, stop.
Look, letting out all the violent criminals. Pat, you know, someone close to me argues with every time, and it's never every time. You always, it's not always. You know, like you just take that in. He's letting out all the violent criminals. That's what's going on. There's like nothing to even talk about. That's what Trump did. He let out all the violent criminals. If letting out the January 6th hostages, I love that. I don't care what. It's funny no matter what you think of them. If freeing them is letting out all the killers, but not pardoning all but a couple of guys on death row, like how do you describe that? What did Biden do?
Oh, child murderers. He took off of death row. Child rapists. He sent Chinese pornographers.
I know,
out of
but
the
listen.
Yeah.
If what Trump did is releasing all of the violent, what do you call them? Violent
criminals.
Violent criminals. What adjectives, what superlatives, what language do you have reserved for what Biden did?
Biden let out all the child rapists.
No, it's just more violent criminals. You need something better.
Huh.
You need to beat violent criminals.
I don't know. I think child rapists.
You can't. The language is debased to the point where conversation becomes a mirage.
This is a pretty fun clip from the Capitol. When you realize it was orchestrated by the feds, just like BLM.
Do not go in there.
A radio journalist from Michigan was shooting video that day at the Capitol. What he captured were two, most charitably called suspicious actors, but they are dressed in such a way that led him to believe that they were government agents. And one of them, after the windows had been broken by a protester, it was encouraging people to pull the rest of the glass out and go inside. Bobby Powell, who was the journalist that had shot it, and he has his camera rolling, he told him that would be illegal and that wouldn't be a good idea. He warned people off not to go into that window. And then he turned his camera around and he caught this agent or suspicious actor pulling a large pane of glass out, this tempered glass. It kind of folds into itself, crunch onto the ground. When he realized he was being
Look how the guy pulls it out, how he pulls it out. He's checking his surroundings. I mean, this guy is a full-blown cop. And look at the way he even drops it.
filmed, he quickly dropped it. It seems apparent on the video that he did not want to be seen doing what he just did. So he pulled in a protester and started blaming him. He said, "What are you doing breaking that window?" The poor fellow that was being accused didn't know what was going on. And then he gave him a couple of really good shoves and cocked his arm like he was going to punch him. We don't know his facial.
I mean, that guy is suspicious as all get out. Look at even his get up. Who shows up to a protest like that?
Super weird.
That was another thing. CNN was saying that it's completely false. There wasn't a single. Yesterday, they were saying wasn't a single FBI agent in the crowd. It's like, geez, Louise.
The frequency with which that's told suggests the problems that there weren't FBI agents there, but there were people in the employ as informants there, and they numbered 26 strong. Only 3 of whom were told to be there, which I just assumed the other 23 were called. I mean, that's what it looks like when you implement your plan, right? The 3 dudes you're working close with, you call them. Okay, I want you to go there and bring the boys, right? I didn't say shit about the other guys. Shut up.
Hey, what? I keep hearing this too, that the Jan 6 committee got rid of all of the evidence. What evidence did they get rid of? I knew that the Secret Service had erased all of the text messages. They claimed they switched carriers, so they lost all their text messages.
Footage, all kinds of shit.
Oh, really? More?
That's what I think I'm hearing. Hey, I've seen so much over the past few years. I just presume I'm not even going to look into it. I've had shit forced on me, like the cop that shot Ashley Babbitt is a complete piece of fucking shit. Has been for a long time. He should have gone to jail long before he shot her. You read that, right?
No, what was his name?
Yeah, I sent it to you. We talked about it.
Oh.
He'd shot at the car leaving his neighborhood, and he said it was coming at him, and that's why he shot at it. But his own department says that his rounds went through the back door of the thing. He shot at a flooding vehicle he was pissed at in his neighborhood.
He got a promotion too.
Yeah, got a promotion, then a secret $30,000 for what the fuck? Nobody.
Oh, I remember the $30,000 payment he got after J6. Yep. Now I remember that article.
I'm getting this from government documents.
What's the guy's name, Caleb?
What the fuck?
It's funny. I'm on Ashley Babbitt's wiki page. I still haven't seen the guy's name.
Lieutenant Michael Byrd.
Yeah.
EYRD.
That he's employed by them was amazing. That he's not behind bars wrong. And that he shot Ashley Babbitt is
on par with his actions in the past.
The press portrays him as a guy that's never fired his weapon in the line of duty.
Oh shit! And Biden pardoned that guy.
He shot at cars in his own neighborhood and lied about it.
Mm.
Did you know that guy got pardoned too?
Who, Byrd?
Yeah.
Wow.
Joe Biden, the outgoing U.S. president, pardoned on Monday various officials and politicians, including Michael Byrd, the officer who shot and killed protester Ashley Babbitt. Wow, he pardoned Liz Cheney. I didn't know that.
He has a record of mishandling firearms. It's in this article, including once leaving a loaded pistol in a congressional visitor center bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. That's a cop. Just leaving his gun in the bathroom after he takes a shit.
Goodness. That's a promotion. Fun story. I had FBI knock on my door after Jan 6 asking for proof that I wasn't in DC, way out here in California, dad of 2, as average can be.
What the fuck?
You must have got facial recognized or something.
Yeah. Olivia, that's a huge no-no. Leaving your gun in the bathroom?
Yeah.
Do you have to take your gun out to take a piss or drop a deuce as a cop?
I mean, it depends on where you're carrying it. Like if you have an appendix carry, yeah, you're going to take that out because you're not going to have access to your piece.
Where do you think it was? On the toilet paper holder?
Yeah, probably on a toilet paper holder, or if it had like a reservoir on the back, then you probably just put it on the reservoir.
I got punched when I was a cop in full uniform. Dude got time served 7 days. Jesus criminy.
I didn't know he was a cop. That's cool.
I think he was one of the secret cops.
Oh.
He did some drug enforcement shit.
That's cool.
Mike Sandone, I know a guy who left his duty pistol on the table at his sister's Super Bowl party. Some idiot picked it up and accidentally shot himself. My buddy served 5 years for leaving the pistol out. Wow.
Holy shit.
Served 5 years.
For leaving his service pistol out and somebody shooting himself with it.
What else was going on?
Yeah, that seems weird. People doing drugs or some shit.
Yeah, and the cocaine.
Yeah, and the cocaine, that's right.
I'll be right back.
And everybody was blitz drunk and
I need another cup of coffee.
hmm.
Let me do this really quick. Here we go.
Well, this is going to be interesting filming myself. My name is Jose. I'm 35 and I go to Vintage CrossFit. What this really means to me, it has brought me out of my comfort zone, but also helped me find myself. Growing up, I was always overweight. After college, I almost hit 500 pounds. I had my weight loss surgery in April 2019, and I was able to lose over 250 pounds. Ever since I found CrossFit, it has shown me the skills that I've never thought I would do as an obese person. They love my story. They feel inspired. When people say that, it makes me feel good. I just don't want nobody to go through what I went through. I'll have to be that advocate for my family, be that role model that I want for my future kids. Thanks to fitness and CrossFit, I've been able to do that.
I turned the volume on my alarm so low. I should have known. I woke up this morning, my back was killing me, and I was just like, "Oh, this is weird," and I just went back to sleep. But that was my back telling me it's time to get up.
That makes sense.
President Donald Trump announced Tuesday that he had pardoned Ross Ulbricht, the founder of Silk Road, an underground website for selling drugs.
Yeah. It was like a dark web website. He said he was going to do it during his campaign, I guess. And then he actually did it.
The founder of Silk Road Underground, that website was strictly for selling drugs.
It was everything.
There's
Like
gotta
dark,
be,
it was like drugs, probably prostitutes on there, weapons. It was just kind of like an open source dark web website.
yeah. There's got to be something else that besides that it just sold drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Dan Guerrero selling people. Obviously, like if you're gonna have a dark web, if you're gonna be on the dark web, you're gonna do fucking anything.
What is the dark web?
If it's truly dark.
It's like a untraceable website, like browser, I guess, and you can just kind of like, it's like Reddit, but like untrackable.
Wait, can I go to silkroad.com and find it? Or no, it doesn't even work like that.
Not anymore.
Silk Road was an online black market and first modern darkened market. It was launched in 2011 by American founder Ross Ulbricht under the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts. As part of the dark web, Silk Road operated as a hidden service on the Tor network. Oh, that's that thing.
Yeah.
What is the Tor network? I guess I have to look that up. Between February 2011 and July. Go ahead.
It's like a browser. It's like a way to browse the dark web.
Okay. Between 2000, are they .com URLs still?
I think so. You just have to use that browser.
Between
I assume all those things are the Fed or NSA.
Between February 2011, that's smart thinking. February 2011 and July 2013, the site facilitated sales amounting to 9,500,000 Bitcoin. So what, you just add 5 zeros to that? So that would be 90 million, 900 million. Wow, Jesus. That's nuts, dude. Is that what that is? 5 zeros for 100,000? If it's $100,000 a Bitcoin?
Yeah.
So that takes you to 90 million, 900 million, 9 billion, 90 billion, 900. So it's almost $1 trillion in transactions. Silk Road 2.0 came online the next month, run by other administrators of the former site, but was shut down the following year's Operation Onimus in 2015. He was convicted in federal court for multiple charges related to operating Silk Road and was given to 2 life sentences. Holy shit. I guess if you're in charge of $1 trillion marketplace, you're going to get Trump's ear.
Yeah. There's got to be some sort of, I don't know. He's probably asking something of him, don't you think? Like he pardons him and he's like, hey, you're going to
now work for the FBI.
Yeah, work under a government purview for however long it takes to.
He wants his credit card back.
Trump does.
Yeah. Wow. That's a good point.
Of course, he was arrested in San Francisco at the public library. Jeez.
Can't even read a book.
He wasn't reading a book in the library. There's no way.
It sounds like he was running his operation using the fucking Wi-Fi at the library. During the arrest, FBI seized Ulbricht's laptop, which he was using connected to servers and managed the marketplace.
Hell yeah, he was. That's a public network.
He was charged with distribution of narcotics, computer hacking, money laundering, false identity documents. He was indicted for a single murder for hire charge. Prosecutors allege Ulbricht paid $730,000 to others to commit the murders, although none of the murders actually occurred. Ulbricht ultimately was not prosecuted for any of the alleged murder attempts. Wow, well, he had 26,000 Bitcoin in the Silk Road account. That is nuts.
He did?
Yeah. At the time, that was only $3.6 million. Jeez.
What's crazy is if you run a website where somebody hires a hit, like Craigslist. Like if you have Craigslist and somebody hires a hitman off of your Craigslist,
yeah,
the guy who owns Craigslist get in trouble for that.
That's what it sounds like. What happened here?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that. How is that his? I mean, other than hosting the ad or whatever, I don't know.
I mean, that's the indemnity that Facebook and Google and all these people have. I think Trump threatened to take that away if they didn't step in line.
Yeah, it's that 163 or whatever the thing is.
All right,
like leaving anything at Disney World because Disney World has their own set of laws.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy. Meanwhile, Reddit promotes pedos, right? That's what I do. I'd get rid of Reddit. Fuck freedom of speech.
Would you?
No, I wouldn't. Not even for a second. Hey, it's good to have a place where people think they're anonymous, but they're really not. You know what I mean? Let their true colors come out.
Yeah, that's all gone.
Any thoughts on TikTok? What should be done? How about DJI? How about DJI? Did you see that they oh, is that me? Who's that? Is that you, Caleb?
What?
Oh, I see something popped up on the screen. Must be me. What is this?
Oh, I don't know. I don't see anything on my end.
Technology issues?
Yeah, I was having technology issues. Exactly. Something was searching. It looked like something was searching my computer from the outside. Yeah, I saw the search bar just drop down. I'm not even touching nothing.
And that's your NSA agent. He accidentally pressed a button while he was watching it.
Caller number 15 is going through your email.
That's fine. The worst thing I've done is probably throw rocks at a moving car. The feds alleged in public that he hired a hitman but never tried to prove it in court that he did. Lots of people closely following his case say the claim was a total fabrication.
Yeah, why would he do that?
Anomaly was a good guest. You know, he's in town. I should bug him and see if he'll want to come on the show while I'm here.
Who's Anomaly?
It's a guy, just a reporter, independent journalist, always just report, trying to walk the road of truth. You know what I mean? He has a lot of people who follow him who are Trump supporters, but then he pushes back on Trump a lot. Like he's very suspect of Elon and Trump and these guys.
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's cool.
How about the fact that what do you think about Bezos and Zuckerberg and these guys, Greg? Are they? Do you think there's any sincerity to them? Let's start with Zuckerberg. You think he's like, oh shit, thank God Trump's here? You think he was really scared of the federal government hurting him, and so he was just grabbing his ankles? Or you think he was too young to run the company and he didn't have any values or morals? Or do you think maybe he just doesn't even run the company? It's just all bullshit?
I think his wrestling with my buddy Dave and others has caused him to drop a testicle or two.
You mean just doing jiu-jitsu, just working out, changes perspective on shit?
Mm-hmm.
Give him confidence to wear a gold chain.
Did you see the footage? I mean, there was a really good sign at the inauguration. Did you see him peeping Bezos' wife's tits twice? Have you seen that, Greg?
No.
Let me see if I can find it.
Pull that up. It's amazing. RFK too. I mean, she's in the front wearing an open blouse with a lace bra on underneath.
Not adequate for an inauguration.
Those were meant to be stared at.
Yeah. But there's two great clips of Zuckerberg staring at her tits. One of them, when he looks up from him, he smiles. I think it vindicates all of us. I feel vindicated. It's not just me. I have attributes like the richest man in the world. They stare at tits wrapped in lace bras.
His whole life's been kind of
such a great. Oh my goodness. Guilty smile. Is the other one in there too? I like the other one too.
No, I don't remember where that one was.
Do you think his wife talked to him about that?
no.
It's fine.
Everyone stares at those.
Oh, even his wife stared at him.
That's why she's got him and got him out.
With good point. Very good point. With Zuck's millions to Trump now owns Facebook and Instagram now, and Elon owns X. We are now state-sponsored social media for the three large. Oh, shut it. Stop.
It can't now be a problem. Pat, really? I mean,
three constants: life, death, taxes, and boobs. Always rocking. Oh, Mike Sandone. Okay, here we go. This is back to the guy who got 5 years in jail for leaving the gun out at a party. Got one of the facts wrong about the cop's gun thing. The dude that picked up the gun accidentally shot my buddy's brother-in-law in the back and later died in the hospital. Holy shit.
Yeah, there you go. that.
So, yeah. Mike, let me see if I get this right. A dude left a gun at a table, a cop. Some other guy picked it up and shot another guy in the back, but the cop did 5 years? Holy shit.
yeah.
Yikes.
I like the video out there of the FBI agent on the dance floor doing a backflip and the gun falls out of his pocket and hits the ground and discharges in the party. And he grabs the gun and runs out of the party. You remember that one, Greg? That one's probably like 10 years old.
Yes. I hate when that happens.
When you do a backflip and the gun falls out of your pocket.
Those have to hit just right to have some sort of discharge. Like if you have to, not all of them will just go off. Not every model of it. So
Like
like
if
you
you
have
drop-
to be extremely unlucky to drop your weapon and for it to discharge on its own. Or
You know
you,
what's
or
crazy
you-
too? It looked like a revolver. It would look like a little pistol. Do you remember that, Greg?
Yeah, I'm not buying that.
yeah, I
Unless
have
you
a
have
hard
a
time believing it.
hammerback or something.
Yeah.
In any case, you'd have to have the hammer. You'd have to have like if it was a semi-automatic, you'd have to have a round in the chamber and the hammerback
Yep.
and the safety off. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yep. 100%.
Like if the safety's on, I call bullshit. If the hammer's down, I'm calling bullshit. If there's not one in the chamber, I'm calling bullshit.
Yep.
Yep, that's correct. The shooter got 15 for involuntary manslaughter. This isn't what happened, though. Biden calls Zuck to take down mean posts. Sevi goes nuts. Correct. Trump now controls all of social media. That's the premise. He's not. Trump's enforcing the Constitution. That's it. That's the way I view it. I don't think he's controlling all of social media.
The feds were controlling what was going on at Facebook and Twitter. For Twitter, we have compelling evidence, and they just assumed they would have the same relationship over at Facebook. There were ex-FBI agents in the employ of Twitter communicating with their still employed friends, setting policy at Twitter.
Spending millions to do
I
it.
mean, it couldn't look worse. That's
Yeah.
the worst case scenario. To have your guys that leave in there communicating with the ones still inside, setting policy. I had a friend arrested on bullshit charges out of the U.S. Attorney's Office out of revenge for a guy that was trying to fuck him in New Hampshire, who was close to the FBI office in New Hampshire, whatever the town is that's in New Hampshire, where the FBI is. So this dude drums up these charges against my buddy in conspiracy with the FBI guy in New Hampshire, who calls the FBI dudes in LA who go to my buddy's house and ruin his life. Now, in the end, they gave him everything back, everything they took from him. Got even like kind of a little apology thing. No charges were ever formally filed. But none of it went away until he took the advice of hiring someone ex of the U.S. Attorney's Office, who took a fortune from him and told him, oh, this is nothing. These go away. Promise it. You're going to get everything back. Safes, oil paintings, everything. And he did. That's how it played out. It was 5 years of his life, $500,000 in legal fees. And he got everything back. Everything.
But he had his shit turned upside down for 5 years.
Oh my God, dude. It ruined his fucking life. He's never owned a home since.
Sevon, did you see Larry Ellison's speech? I thought you would have that would have thrown you for a loop. Are you talking about the purchase of TikTok or the Stargate project? Right now, I think everyone's just throwing out that they would like to buy TikTok.
I think Trump even said he would think about having Elon buy it and somebody else too. I can't remember what the other name was. It was some female.
Ellison.
Yeah, Larry Ellison, the guy who bought Lanai, the island in Hawaii.
Oh, I thought it was a female.
Oh, the vaccine part. Let me see. Larry Ellison, vaccine. Oh, yeah. I saw that. You're talking about the cancer thing. I did see that. And I stood up, and you're right. I stood up out of my chair and I said, these fucking morons. They were talking about using AI to cure cancer.
What does that even mean?
I'll give you my simpleton understanding and you can laugh at me. But basically the same way that they have the AI and these fucking massive computers crunching numbers to bring the resolution out better in pictures and to rework data in order to find, you know, correlates or causations of things, that they're going to somehow use AI to look at all the cancer research and these supercomputers and AI to look for things that, you know, humans missed, right? To bring better clarity to the cause.
Yeah, at its heart, what it would entail in terms of effect is recognizing the probability of a hypothesis and looking towards a cure. And we have been plagued over the past 100 years nearly with an academic variant of modern science that does not recognize the probability of a hypothesis, only the probability of a data, trying to play this fucking Modus Tollens game down the road to find significant discovery. And it's failed miserably. And it's in the exact space of preclinical oncology and hematology that Amgen sounds the alarm and determines that the bedrock, the foundation, the bulwark of preclinical science is just bullshit, utter and complete bullshit. And this is where we get some of our first and best glimpses into the failing of academic science. Primary research with the greatest vista of consequences tragically being in the impact it's had on medicine. And so AI will include at least pulling our heads out of our asses in terms of what science is. Because the crowd doing AI knows something that people that are doing null hypothesis significance testing with their p-values and peer review have failed to understand. It's crazy, huh? It's a lot here.
It is crazy.
It's a lot here. But I can tell you what those people that got it wrong believe in and tell you that the AI people do not. They're not frequentists. They are Bayesians. They're not deductivists. They're inductivists. They don't believe in physical probability. They believe in epistemic probability. What we're witnessing, this thing we're calling AI, sadly, we think of it as ChatGPT, but that's just where the first idiots at the New York Times find awareness is something they can use. But the essence of this thing and the Jaynesian influence through the Bayesian community has already had a profound impact in the sciences with things like the unfuzzying of photographs, the successful prediction of the structure of complicated essential molecules, the improving the resolution to resolve issues in astrophysics of the origins of supernova using old radio telescopic data. I mean, we're in the throes of an incredible scientific revolution, of which ChatGPT and large language models have caught the attention of the halfwits in mainstream media. But it's not AI. It's the stupid part that there's nothing to be afraid of that, except for stupid people maybe. But this revolution is important. It's important. And so could a cancer fix come of it? Yes. When I stood at
Say that again. You think a cancer fix could come of it?
It could. What we're talking about is an epistemic correction.
Okay.
You know, when I told the guys at Calico that their computer analysis was not going to solve the problem of chronic disease, address longevity, and unless it was discovering that you need to get off the carbs and off the couch. Nobody from Google asked me if I thought that could be done, but those that did ask, I told them, yeah, I would think you might be able to do that.
Calico is the process of Google's program understanding how aging works.
Yeah, it was stated more broadly than that. They can refine it to that, and that is kind of a favorite topic of the left's around issues of health. Is that's where the longevity crowd is all liberal, and quite a turnoff too. They were gonna all kinds of things they're gonna do. You know, predict flu outbreaks and all kinds of shit. Look up at the research on this thing in the mainstream media. It's been brutalized in places like Wall Street Journal. And 10 years ago, they were saying, okay, you've taken enough talent and enough money and produced nothing. What the fuck's up? We're at a point now where you've done more harm than good. Just for the brain drain, the pool of talent removed from productive research. And it was after some of that press that I was asked to weigh in by mutual friends and told them unless they discovered getting off the carbs and off the couch, they weren't going to get shit. You're not gonna make a difference when you have a population where 90% of your spend and 85 to 90% of your deaths are caused by on the wrong side of our willful divide. That is through these behavioral choices. AI is not going to help you unless it points to that.
I see. You and I have a mutual friend who I hung out with at your house several times, who's been in those secret Calico meetings, and where all the smart people go up somewhere in Northern California and lock themselves in a room.
Yeah, that's not that. But
that's not that.
No, but
I hope that shit's over. That sounded like that was corrupted by globalism and DEI. And
we were at a gymnastics meet, and a man went past us that required everyone seated or standing to move for his presence. And I'm not even going to tell the story.
I would like to hear it.
I'm going to tell you later.
Sounds like a real cool guy.
This is very recently. This is this last weekend.
Yeah.
Good morning, Coach. I started reading Evolution of Science last week. You're right. It will take a couple times. Thanks for the books.
You're welcome. Thank you, Ken. We have a mutual friend, it turned out, Ken. I heard an amazing, cool coincidence regarding you. What are you doing today? You're in Newport?
Yeah, it's so good. I've completely decompressed. I'm just so. Oh, unfortunately, when we left your house and we drove out here, Ari got really sick for 24 hours. Threw up, stomach ache, and then he's better. And then last night around, I don't know, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Haley's like, "Uh-oh." I go, "What?" She goes, "Something's wrong." She was throwing up all night. I hope it doesn't. I hope it's not one of those things that's going to go through everyone in the house. I don't want one of those. I haven't had one of those like in 20 years. Like, you know what I mean? Like some food poisoning shit.
Yeah, there's a lot in the media about it.
There is?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I checked on her this morning. I rubbed her back till she fell asleep last night, but she was not good. I checked on her this morning. She said she's better, but still fucked up and weak. Does it have a name? Someone gave me a name that like started with an N or something.
Or the norovirus.
So yeah, something like that. I tried to help my wife with homework last night. It was 3 papers and 3 different classes, all centered on diversity and inclusion. I told her to do it herself. Jesus. Oh yeah, what is this? Is this the one?
Right?
The joke. Norovirus. Norovirus.
Yeah, it looks like a bunch of articles are coming out about how it's kind of going around.
Diarrhea, vomiting, nausea, stomach pain.
Yeah.
I right as Ari was coming to the end of it, I was in the kitchen. I gave him a big, huge tablespoon of peanut butter and had him eat it. And then I gave him a big, tall glass of whole milk. And he's like, before I even had him eat it, he goes, I shouldn't be eating this. I'm like, no, this is fun. Do this. And 30 minutes later, it was all out on the bathroom floor. It's like, I told you. Like, oh.
Why won't hand sanitizers work?
I like that.
Probably have to buy them.
Oh, yeah, this is it. Signs and symptoms usually begin 12 to 48 hours after your first exposure. Yeah, that's what it was. They were both acting weird. And then 1 to 3 days. You can continue to shed virus in your stool for several weeks after recovery. The shedding can last weeks to months. When is it contagious? From the moment they begin feeling ill. Great.
Oh, you're fucked.
Is that what did Riley have that, Greg?
I don't remember.
Remember when I first got to your house, she wasn't feeling so good.
Yeah.
Put an onion in his socks. All right, done. That's what something my sister would say.
What?
My sister.
No one cares here, so there's nothing to remember.
No one what?
Okay, no one cares, so there's nothing to remember.
Just let it happen. What a crazy thought.
All right. Thank you, Greg. Sorry about the delay this morning. Oh, no tonguing in the fart box. All right. I'll take a week off.
That's too bad.
God, I want to throw up. You guys, Greg's here. Be sophisticated. This is a very sophisticated show. The scientist.
You stay on this subject or have Stern on, and I'll leave. Not Stern, the other guy, Trump.
Greg's event was a super spreader. That's for sure.
I would every time Trump would come on Stern, I'm gone. And more than 30 seconds of fart man, I'm out of here. Fart man and Trump. I couldn't deal with it.
When is the next get together? I really want to do something in that unbelievable gym with the rotating pull-up bars.
Oh, you're gonna love this. So the can I share? Do we have time?
Yeah. We got plenty of time. I'm gonna do.
I gotta send you a picture of the pull-up bar of the climbing holds that the nice guy, I should remember his name, from Denise's gym that's setting the route.
Brian, I am at some point gonna figure out how to do some sort of event there in the gym.
So here's Sevi and Matt is the design meeting. Just to give you a sense of the
Are you sending me a picture?
Both of you.
Oh, okay.
And here's the text I get from the designer. So it's like a desperate cry for help of the colors of the climbing holds.
I sent you the
and then here's the actual climbing shit. Speaking of beautiful gym.
Oh, you sent that to them to change the colors of the climbing hold?
No. She sent to me in the middle of the meeting, picture of the meeting, that, hey, you're killing me here. And then here's the picture of the shit they wanted to put up. And I refer to her as a chromophobe.
I'm pushing it to you, Caleb.
Okay. I'll pull up this first one. Right here.
This is the shit she's refusing to put on the wall.
So that's the group. And let's see the next one.
And you see the comment, we're over here on job site for a weekly meeting and looking at the wall climbing things. And they have green and hot pink. Holy cow, that is going to kill our entire gym vibe. Can we ask them to use only white, gray, navy blue, and black? Pretty please. And of course, that's what we've done. But I think it's hilarious. I call her a chromophobe. She doesn't want the color. And my commitment is solely to functionality. So what the fuck do I care, right?
Right, right.
I'll yield to her. But it is funny to me.
God,
Yeah, it's killing the vibe, Greg. What the hell?
Killing the vibe. So
Hey,
then
Greg,
the subject came up on the jiu-jitsu mat too.
Was it bright yellow or something?
Well, we're gonna have to. I just sent her the options, and my guess is, I'll show you this, and I think you'll know what she's gonna pick.
before you go, I got to ask you a question about a snatch, dumbbell snatch.
Doesn't she have a name? Do you have to refer to her like that?
Dumbbell snatch.
Covered my bases here. I don't want to get accused of anything.
Boys, quiet down. Hey, no fighting when people are listening.
So I say she picks the gray mat for the jiu-jitsu,
Yeah.
which I get.
Although someone could be driving a car and drive into a wall if it's all if there aren't good colors.
Yeah, if you've got a female chauffeur, you're fucked.
God, I can't wait to see this place. Hey, guys, get your hand off his face. I will come over there and kick someone's ass. Ari, I know. We'll handle that later.
Beat his ass.
You guys want to fight? Go out on the other side of the sliding glass door, please. Thank you. Studio's bustling with all sorts of people today.
I'll let you go.
Ari, are you crazy? I'm about to get their ass kicked. Thank you, Haley. Uh-oh, Mama's awake. Nice sweats. Okay, Greg, here you go. Ready?
Yeah.
You're in the middle of a workout and you're doing dumbbell snatches and you put your hand on your knee when you snatch. You're doing single arm dumbbell snatches. You put your hand on the knee. Is that a no rep?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to end up pulling on a ring too, right?
It's going to end up what?
Someone's going to end up setting up a ring for the free hand
I'm not following.
to pull on.
Oh, you mean like the whole leg up here?
Yeah.
My thought is that the way I feel like I
You
was
see what I'm
taught-
saying? If you
do.
snatch with the right arm with the left hand, you'd pull on a ring and give assistance.
Right. My feeling is in the workout, obviously once you hopefully technically proficient at the moves that, at the margins of your, intensity, there could be some, inconsistencies, but I always thought range of motion was king. Like same with doing burpees, right? Like, hey, if you're doing 100 burpees for time, at some point, all that matters is your chest is on the ground and you're standing. Oh, good. You're having kid problems too. Good.
Yeah. My 6 kids.
Wait, there's only 5 at your house. I'm having trouble doing the math.
Now again.
Martin Graham, I thought a dumbbell snatch meant to put my hand on the girl next to me's crotch. No, fair enough.
Hey, that would remind me of, it'd almost be like watching Froning against Bailey and Rich using his knee,
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm fine
I
with it.
mean, if someone says, hey, in my gym, we don't do that shit, I'm like, okay, in your gym, we won't do that shit.
Right.
if you're coaching it, like I get it.
Yeah, you're coaching it.
Does
But
it
someone's
make
doing
sense
100,
here?
someone's doing 100 burpees for time, and on their last 10, they're stepping up instead of jumping up.
Yeah. How about pushing off the knees on the squats on the Tabatas?
Mm.
That 20 plus crowd they're in that space.
I've tried doing that, and it just doesn't help me. I feel more tired.
Oh, you're cheating wrong, Caleb.
Apparently. I'm also 6 feet tall, so it takes a long time to get down there.
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Do you have a favorite arm movement on the squat?
Probably. I think I keep my hands like this, like almost in the front like this. I think that's what I do.
I
Like
usually
I'm praying.
dangle mine like a gorilla.
Sakamoto had a breaststrokey kind of out to the side movement up. It was pretty effective. It looked.
Yeah, it was cool. I
It's
remember seeing it.
workable. I've used that. All right. Bye. Enjoy your day, everyone.
All right. Thanks, Greg. I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
See you,
Bye,
Greg.
Caleb.
All right, Caleb. I have one more thing for you. This is going to put a lot of tension in our relationship, I think. This one's going to test the limits of our this one's going to test the limits of our friendship. Let me see. It's an Apple News article. Let me see if I can I saw this. I was just so frustrated when I saw this. Let me see if I can pull this up. Share screen, entire screen. Let me see if I can do that.
Barry, joke's on you. It's underneath this hoodie.
He's doubled up.
Doubled up.
You guys have made him feel insecure about his Lesbrew sweatshirt, so he's put it on camo over it.
That's right. It's also just extremely cold here, so.
So this is from some magazine I never heard of called Slate Magazine.
All right.
And you send in for advice on shit.
Oh, God. Okay.
I think we're going to, I don't know. I think at the end, maybe we'll agree.
Okay.
Dear How to Do It. My husband and I are in our 40s and monogamous and have been happily married for almost 15 years. We're deeply in love. We're both neurodivergent. That's a bad sign when you open with that. I don't even know what, I think that just means like.
That you're autistic or retarded.
I thought it just meant you're fat and you're blaming your obesity for something, but okay. The only place I've ever heard
probably that too.
In the adaptive games, but whatever. That's just whatever nerd.
You're in the adaptive division.
And we get each other better than anyone else in the world, but we still have occasional stupid fights and communication problems. I'd appreciate some help with this one. My husband's favorite sex position has always been doggy style, which I can take or leave, but still indulge him frequently. Already, I hate her.
Yeah, that sucks.
But let's go on. The problem is all the things that make it better for me also make it less enjoyable for him. Being either face down, butt up on my knees with my torso near vertical in front of him, or alternating between the two rather than on all fours with my torso horizontal, or wearing a sexy bra on all fours.
Okay,
I don't need bra.
I don't need it all.
Just shut up with your sexy bra shit. I have natural F cups.
Jesus fuck.
And as the years have gone by, I hate the way they look and feel and dear God sound. I hate her. I hate her already. Like I'm just so pissed. It's like someone bitching that they have a Ferrari. You know what I mean? That they have like the 2023 Ferrari. It's like, just shut up. You have a 2023 Ferrari. Shut your face. In this or it's like someone getting upset they had to put a license plate on their 2025 Range Rover. It's like, shut the fuck up. And this, I hate the way they look, feel, and dear God sound in this position more and more, especially in our bedroom, which has multiple mirrors. So she's on all four, and she doesn't like, and just you could just imagine these giant F's just dangling, right?
Yeah.
I'm into it. I'm like, yeah, I get this guy's like I get this. I get this. I've tried to explain to him. I've tried to explain this to him, but when he asked if it hurts my boobs, I stupidly and honestly said no. It's more so. It's just grotesque. He's got to. What? Makes me feel old and gives me anxiety about causing further sagging.
Okay.
What? He's only going to be there for 2 minutes.
You haven't had a marathon before? You just like an hour?
He no. He thinks he can he thinks he can completely erase this by assuring me how gorgeous and sexy he thinks they are and how much he loves to see them bouncing. Bingo.
Okay.
You get it, right? You get his inches, right? Every time he hits it, those things are just all over the place. He sees them like swinging to the side, they're just everywhere. You know, it's like it's feedback for your work.
Right. Not my thing, but I understand.
Sorry, but no, I appreciate this feeling, but they don't cancel out my own. Yes, they do. Yours aren't even feelings. Yours is a pathology. Yours is just insanity. You can turn your shit off.
That's true.
They're my boobs.
Yeah, sure. They are.
And regrettably, they do not bounce in this position nearly so much as dangle, swing, and slap. Yeah. It's like, dude, it's your only quality left that he's like, what the fuck is going on? Is this chick fat? Come on, Standy, don't ruin it, but I'll tell you, yes, she's morbidly obese. If you have F cup, you're morbidly obese. But that's don't ruin the story. I finally reached the point where I decided I don't want to do it the way he wants anymore. Braless and on all fours.
What does it matter to her? He's not whatever.
He's being a giant whiny baby about this. Hey, my thing is then just put her on top and just let him just like bounce around in front of you.
Yeah, that's pretty cool too.
Yeah. See, so you do like the bouncing around part.
I don't. Yes, I do. It's the F titties I have a problem with.
Oh,
Anyway.
okay. All right. Make him any size you want. He's being a giant whiny baby about this to the point where he has several times just not had sex with me, and I can't have it, and he can't have it his way. Well, he's gay. Literally taking his balls and going home. Except he's already home. Please tell him I'm being reasonable here, and he needs to suck it up.
I think he does need to suck it up because there's so many other ways you could have sex, dude.
I don't. I knew we were gonna have a problem here. And everyone agrees that everyone in the comments agrees that I think with her that like, hey, I couldn't even understand the response. I don't even know what this Rich and Jessica talk is. This guy, I'm 85. It's like a council of people talking.
Yeah, it sounds like they just read this thing and then they talk about it and then they make an article.
I had 32F and I'm tiny. It was extremely uncomfortable, but yes, I will shut it.
Holy shit.
No.
You got rid
no.
You got rid of them?
Oh no.
Dude, but she is so small.
But wait a second. Were they fake 32F, or you're saying you had real 32F?
Oh, here we go.
And you had a breast reduction?
Genetic, but I got them cut off 2 months ago. Wow.
Oh my God.
What are they now? No, Barry, but I wish. She couldn't see, and here's the other. I couldn't run and do dubs.
So what?
That's
That's
still pretty nice. Pretty good size.
So what?
No, not so what. Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, I don't know, man. If they're that big and they're just like that's
no.
When I see that, I feel I see that as uncomfortable. That has to be uncomfortable.
So what? They sagged. Perfect. That's great. Love them.
Oh, yeah, I can't imagine. That's got to be so painful.
I want it when you're in the plank position, your nipples are touching the ground. I'm good to go.
No, no way. Yes,
Y'all are
thank you,
dumb.
Standy. Thank you, Standy. Y'all are dumb. Saggy tits are not sexy.
Oh, you're listen, dude. You're out. God.
I can't. I just can't. I can't do it. Can't do it.
I'm 80. This chick just. I'm 85% sure she's being reasonable, and he needs to find a way to suck it up. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh god damn it. This is turned into a nightmare scenario.
Dude, yeah. See, we're all on the same page here, and I appreciate that because nobody ever believes me.
No, we are not all on the same page.
Everybody but you.
There's
Majority.
gay guys there's gay guys in the chat, and there's straight guys in the chat.
99.99% is on my side.
There's no. Sorry, we're not. It's the tyranny. We're not gonna. We're in a republic, not a democracy. We're not gonna let the tyranny of the masses.
Hey, it's true. See, ask Seema. I bet she feels the same.
Oh my god, dear women, if you would like to be free and have your body accepted, come to my house. Text Haley. See if you can enter the domain of love and acceptance of the female form. Call her. Hi.
Whereas go ahead.
Call her. Call her. Oh, they hung up.
Great.
Uh,
I'm gonna be selective in my house, okay? So
thank you. Thank you.
If you just want to be loved and accepted, just go to
Thank
someone's
you.
house. If you want the best of the best, come to my house.
I'm on an island, yeah, with all your wives. You're right. I am on an island with all your wives. This is nuts.
I'm gonna discriminate against boobs, Steven.
So you agree with the vast majority of you, including Caleb, agree with the retarded man and woman, with the retarded woman, the neurodivergent woman.
Yep, I agree with the retarded woman. She needs to get him. she got to get him reduced because that shit's crazy.
Oh my god!
Does that guy? Here's the other thing though. If she gets him reduced and she's willing to just fuck all the time now that she feels better about it, isn't that a win?
He should turn her around and just plug the front hole more.
Yeah, like just missionary all the time.
No, just straight in the skull.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I agree.
Oh,
with
you
that.
don't like this position? How about this one? Oh, this is crazy too. How about women who tighten up the roast beef with surgery? Insanity.
That is pretty crazy.
And
I feel conflicted about David agreeing with me, but I'll take it.
that's just batshit crazy. That's your dude has a tiny dong. Map lady, big boobs get in the way of a rower ski. They dangle while you bike. What do you mean get in the way? They pop buttons
like
off and take men's eyes
pounds,
out. I would trade my boobs for a flat stomach.
You're like 130 pounds. You got nothing to get in the way.
God, you
got freaking shit all over the place. It's like when your nuts get in the way when you're rowing. You got to like pull them out all the time. It's like that.
Yeah, you're right.
Except
I
it's
would never have them removed.
But you know that's annoying.
Oh my God! Even Pool Boy. I thought Pool Boy had the deep love of the female form like I did. This is insane.
Yeah, he loves a female form that is a beautiful female form.
Your arms scrape the side of your boobs. Your arms come up together and squish them when you lean forward. I know. I love that part. I love it when you guys are dealing with that.
You just like to watch women suffer, huh?
I love all that. Not the suffering part. I just like to see him get bumped around and move around, undulate.
Yeah, that's.
I'm a man of the sea. I'm like old man in the sea.
Old man in the sea. You're on your last dying trip to kill.
This is wild. I thought for sure. I thought I don't know my audience. I've parted ways with my audience.
Yeah. Well, it's a new world order.
We agree on Jan 6, but not The female form. Oh my God, heat rash. Put some KY on it.
That is not going to solve your heat rash.
Yeah, there's deal with it.
There's stuff for that.
I'm in the middle of something. Hi. I love you.
Thank you. Even see, Seema said you lost me when you said unsporty Beth had nice boobs. Yep. As soon as that happened, I knew we're gonna have some problems.
Yeah, let's see how is Sporty Beth doing.
I don't know. I'm blocked.
Do you think that she saw my post?
I hope so.
Oh, I do want to talk about this real quick. Sevi, you probably stick your penis between the flaps of your top skin and assume they're boobs while yelling out female. Jesus criminy. Let me see what kind of
so deep.
Let me see what kind of. Oh yeah, I wish I had that. See what kind of comments I have on here. This is very This is a very popular post.
Yeah, it is. It's probably the most traction you've gotten in a while.
Yeah. By the way, there's so many more of those that I wish other people would post. There's some crazy ones floating around in text threads. Some crazy ones.
Yes, there are.
I don't think it's cool when people make brothers and sisters kiss.
Oh, really?
How about this? Listen to this. How about British weightlifting? This is, if you want to work at British weightlifting, have you guys seen this? This is how they give coaching scholarships awarded. The funding, this is for British weightlifting. You can see this on their Instagram. The funding is targeted towards individuals motivated to become a coach. So to start British weightlifting club or support a club that they're already working with or who are already coaching and want to progress and expand their knowledge and skills in order to engage with a wider audience. We welcome applicants from individuals who fit into one or more of the following categories. Females, retarded people, ages 16 to 25, Black, Mexicans, Asians, and Native Americans, Indians. Wait. Applicants from disadvantaged low socioeconomic areas. Tyler Watkins. Applicants that support girls who like other girls, boys who like other boys, boys and girls who swing both ways, boys who dress like girls, girls who dress like boys, and pedophiles. That's what the plus is. Applicants who are refugees or asylum seekers. That's illegal aliens. Applicants who regularly volunteer at a British weightlifting affiliated club, partner gym, or partner something. Basically, dude, it's oh, did I say blacks and Mexicans? Sorry if I forgot you. Basically, everyone except Caleb.
Unbelievable. I do a lot for this.
Why don't they just say that? We will accept everyone except white men, white healthy men. Cop stompers. Oh, shut up.
That is crazy.
David Weed made a comment in here, or no, in here.
No, it's Jeremy commented about David Weed. You scroll up.
This is what has happened over in the UK. This is crazy. Okay, then I want to talk about this workout. If you're going to do this workout, I did this workout. It's 10 burpees, 15 heavy rope single unders, 20 snatches, 2 minutes rest, 7 rounds. In hindsight, the 7th round was hard for me. But if I would have had a 35-pound dumbbell, I would have used it. And definitely needed a heavier dumbbell. And probably needed 20 heavy rope single unders.
Oh, that's your heavy rope?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just got it on Amazon. I'm just because I don't have access to a gym and I don't want to go anywhere.
Yeah.
So I'm just using Sarah brought me those dumbbells
Nice.
It was really cool of her. Yeah. And then so
I
I
saw
just
the
ordered.
video of the kids dragging it through the sand. That was cool.
Yeah, I did that 2 days ago. But anyway, how are those no reps? Shut your face, dude. I move like an angel. No, the dumbbell. Shut the fuck up, Mason. That was what the fuck are you guys talking about? How about, okay, give me some feedback. What do you think's wrong with this? What do you think's wrong with my dumbbell snatch? Looks like the same rope from the Gains box. Yeah, it is kind of like that. I just got it on Amazon for like $6. Yeah, Sevon moves like frowning. Yeah. I was a little, you know what is crazy? I'm a little disappointed that I put my hands behind my head after I saw that that was the 4th round right here, by the way.
Why?
I just wish I would have clapped on top. I started after I played that video during my rest and watched it. And I think my shoulder was a little tweaked this morning. I don't know if I should I want to use the heavier. What's wrong with the snatch? What are you talking about? Oh, that's not even a hand on a knee. You guys are retarded. You're saying because I'm not pulling it up like a snatch? I mean, I know I'm doing a curl to snatch, but it's for speed and it's 25 pounds. What are you guys talking about? Fine. And that hand on the knee is nothing. That's not even a hand on knee. That's the first time I've seen that. It's beautiful. I know.
Yeah,
that is true. That's a wimpy hand touch behind the neck, clap over the head at full extension. I could improve. You're right. Douches. Elbow. That's not true. My elbow was never soft. Yeah, long johns at the beach. And those are actually Born Primitive sweats, but I eventually took those off. Yesterday, I asked my wife, can I just take these off and be on the beach in my long john? She said, sure. I needed her approval. And then I played Frisbee with the boys on the beach for probably 2 hours yesterday.
I'm wearing, these are keeping me warm in the RV. Born Primitive sweatpants.
Oh, sweatpants.
Born Primitive sweatpants.
And you normally wear a suit and tie.
Yeah, usually big suit and tie guy.
For the podcast.
Yeah.
We did let me see what else I got. This is probably important. This is going to take a second, but you guys all need to hear this. I don't agree with everything this guy says, but this is important you hear this. The untold story of polio. Here we go.
Hey everybody, Dr. Baker here. Listen, I have to do this video about once or twice a year because you still think that polio is actually a big deal. You still think that somehow we need to vaccinate for polio, or your friends will say things like, oh, I don't vaccinate for everything, only the big ones. And you're like, what's a big one? And they're like, oh, you know, like polio. No, I didn't know like polio because polio is not really that big a deal. So let's get this straight. In 1952, your chances of getting polio, wild polio, not from the vaccine they gave you, was 0.037%. That means you take all the polio cases divided by the population, which is the only way you can do it, and you had a 0.037% chance of getting polio before the vaccine ever came out. Now, the vaccine comes out, save the world, right? We got to realize that polio is a fecal oral disease, so you have to get in your mouth.
Shit in your mouth.
Weird. Happens right through contamination. People don't wash their hands, whatever, which is why polio went down. People started washing their hands.
I don't necessarily agree with that, but that's a pretty common theory.
Might want to look at the graphs there. Think about this. Wild polio, only 1%. How many? 1% of the time actually created long-term paralysis. 4 to 5% of the time, it created symptoms like headaches, sore throat, vomiting, diarrhea, etc. Oh, you got a virus, like your body's fighting something, duh. And then about 94% of the time, 94 to 95%, it was subclinical, meaning you didn't even realize you even had it. But, of course, they had to come along and make a vaccination for it. So the vaccine was an oral vaccine because that's the only thing that makes sense, right? Because that's how you get it. So let's give you a little bit of it in your mouth, and then you should be protected. Well, what happened was it actually created a lot more problems. So when you look back and you see things like the iron lung and all these kids that are paralyzed, that was from the vaccine. but they didn't tell your grandpa that, which is why grandpa's like, well, my friend Billy, way back in the day that I sat next to in 3rd grade, he had polio, and you don't want to get polio. It's really bad. Your kid, you got to get vaccinated with the polio. That was Adam Sandler, I think. But anyway, so they discontinued that vaccine in 1999 because it was causing so much what they call non-polio acute flaccid paralysis. People are getting paralyzed, but we don't want to call it polio because that would mean what we're doing is a problem. So they switched to injecting it into your arm. Now, here's the thing. Polio was officially eradicated in the United States in 1979 and in the Western Hemisphere in 1994. So then why are they still giving kids a polio vaccination at 2 months, 4 months, 6 to 18 months, and again at 6 years old? Why would your kid need 4 polio vaccines? Well, I don't remember getting the polio vaccine. That's because they baked it into other vaccines. There was like 4 or 5 things in one needle. Convenient for mom, and the doctor can just slip it all in at once. By the way, don't forget the doctor gets paid for all 4, 5, 6 of those that are in that one needle separately. So ultimately, if you look it up, by the way, all this stuff I'm talking about is on Project 180. So if you're still wondering what Project 180 is, there's going to be a video coming out tomorrow on what is Project 180. How do I?
Another smart person's take. Jesus.
Jesus.
It had to be said. Think of it as just a PSA. You could have gone to the bathroom, but it had to be said. Oops.
Gotta let him know.
All right, take that off my list of things to share with you guys. What is this? Oh man, I don't really know if I want to do this bit. I'll do. When I was going to do this bit, I was pretty fired up, but I'll do it mellow now. Afternoon session with my sister following the proven CrossFit Games Open program. Shout out to LSKD and to all the people who are going to sign up for the Open this year. Please sign up for the Open. I know it's not popular for CrossFit Games athletes. I'm reading off of Tia's post. I know it's not popular for CrossFit Games athletes to do anything other than complain about CrossFit. But it is important we all promote the Open this year. Remember, other organizations like High Rocks have one stupid workout, atrocious judging, shit prize purses, and horrible media. Be thankful we have the Open. Thank you, Dave. Thank you, Don. Thank you, Jenna, for promoting, for doing the Open again this year. We know the affiliates are the core of the CrossFit program and that the games is just the balloons at the party. Love Tia Toomey. Pretty good, right? That was not how I was planning on doing this. Thank you, Tia.
No, it was good.
God,
Though.
her body looks great, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Her sister still has her boobs. She needs to work out harder.
I thought you wanted big saggy titties.
I like all them titties. I like all the titties. Don't get it. But High Rocks doesn't kill anybody. Imagine if that were like a legit argument. Like you wouldn't do any of the shit that killed people.
Yeah, I'm not going to race in Formula One because, driving fast kills people.
I'm not going to go outside because it kills people.
Mm.
Thank you, Sebi, for promising to do his first Open. Hey, dude, let's not count our eggs before the chickens are hatched, or chickens before the
eggs.
Yeah, let's not get carried away, dude. The whole time I'm just going to be like, I'm $500 away from not having to do this. I can just pay the $500 and not do it. How is every game? If I was a games athlete, I would just be nonstop pumping the fucking Open. By the way, you can register for the. Oh, let me see. Oh, there you go. I was going to switch us. There it is, guys. There's a QR code. Sign up for the Open.
Bang, 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 bang.
I won't have sex with a horse because it killed a man once.
Yeah, Makes
Sign
sense.
up for it open. There it is. Caleb's pointing to it. Big old set of fucking F titties. She's in the doggy style position. You're just hammering her. Those things are slapping her in the face, just jiggling around all the sides. You don't have appreciation for that?
No, not really a huge fan of that. It's not really my thing.
She's on top. You have Game of Thrones on. You're sipping some whiskey. She's just pogo sticking on the cock tits are just all over the place. You know that doesn't do nothing for you?
No.
All right. I need a button that says gay.
Oh wow! Look, you have somebody who agrees with you.
This is making me sad that I have mosquito bites. No, I mean, those are fine too. Those do that. Caleb loves you.
Yeah,
Who agrees with me?
we'll appreciate.
Who agrees with me?
Mosquito bites.
A little rocking and roll. Yeah, we're covering Wazoo this weekend. I think
What's
so.
Waza?
Here's the thing. The Dylan the tier. We are covering tier Wadapalooza. Tier is the main sponsor of Wadapalooza. They
Tier
provide
Waza.
tier Wadapalooza. Yeah, you didn't recognize it because you didn't say tier.
That's right. I
We're
forgot.
supporting tier Wadapalooza, and I don't know if supporting is the right word. We'll see. I'm excited. I think I'm excited to see Brian Friend's in charge of the media this year. He has his hands full. It's going to be fucking tough. It's going to be a lot of work. I do not think I would have taken that task on. That's pretty impressive. And I'll be watching every morning, and then throughout the day coming on with John Young, and I'm trying to get the whole posse to do it. I have an idea. Can you guys give me space? I know you love me, but take space, please.
9:22.
The problem is this. I'm here in the kitchen, and I don't know how I'm going to do it with all my family around. My mother-in-law is coming to town. I don't know how it's going to be weird.
Yeah, it's gonna be
The
tough.
show is normally not weird, and so I'm a little concerned that it's going to affect the brand value of this show.
Maybe we can have some guest appearances from your in-laws.
Dude, what are you talking about? I don't want to say this because it doesn't matter if you have little mosquito titties, but those big titties that like are doing their own thing. Do you know what I mean? Like they're not even moving to get you know what I mean? Like they're like, you know when a wave comes to shore and it comes back out and it hits the wave coming in, and it's just a mess and chaos.
Yes.
That's what you want.
Yeah.
You want it to like they're doing diagonal and up and down. You just want it so they're just all over the place. That's the yeah, you get it, Standy.
Cool
And then
boy.
and if you're on your back, every once in a while, you just reach up and hold them to reset them. Like if they get too crazy and shit, you just grab them and reset them. You know what I mean? You see that, Caleb?
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah, hurricane titties. Thank you. Oh my god, I love those shows. The PBS shows where the African ladies were naked. I loved that shit as a kid. Completely filled my spank bank before I was 13.
I don't even know what that is.
They would just show these shows, you know, like I'm in an African tribe. I'm the first Westerner to be here, and it would just be all these naked black chicks. I love that shit. Get skinned like the softest, smoothest, darkest black skin everywhere, titties everywhere. I love that stuff. Yeah, yeah, the National Geographic magazine, I would dog ear the page that had the naked chicks in it. They got those banana titties.
Banana titties?
Yeah, you know what I mean? They're like ski slopes or like pointy like banana titties. You know what I mean? Never seen banana titties?
That's insane.
Like the end of the banana where the little black thing is at the end.
Yeah, I I'm imagining.
Okay, so we promoted the Open. Tia's promoting the Open. That's really cool of her. We did the Jan 6 bit. I mean, the Patrick Lang bit. Oh, here's something. This is going to fucking blow you away. What is wrong with these? How the fuck do these people get elected? This is the mayor of Philadelphia. Wait, this is the leadership in Philadelphia. Philadelphia is home of a football team called the Philadelphia Eagles.
Eagles.
Hear you all say ELGLES, Eagles. Let's go, Birds. Let me hear you all say ELGLES, Eagles. Let's go, Birds. Let me hear you all say ELGLES, Eagles.
Wait, I got to hear that guy in the back. Does he spell it right?
Let me hear you all say ELGLES.
Oh, the guy in the back spelling it right. The guy in the back spelling it
Everybody
right.
else is spelling it right, but her. Everybody else is spelling it right. I will say they do say Eagles a lot. Like I thought that was like a thing. Like they call themselves Eagles. The Eagles.
Oh God, I hope that's right. I hope I'm wrong.
No, she definitely fucked that up.
She did.
Yeah, big time.
I would love to be wrong. It would make me have so much more faith in humanity.
No, she's wrong. She's very wrong. That's bad.
But by the way, Philly has got to be the biggest shithole in the country. It's the worst people. It's like that in Baltimore.
Yeah. My wife and I went up there one time to watch a Nationals game. It was sketchy, man.
Yeah,
There's
Philly's sketchy. It's dangerous. It is dangerous.
The only place that was like remotely.
They truly hate white people there. Hate you.
Oh, really?
At least that's the sense I got. It's not a good place to be white.
They didn't care for us. They didn't like hate us. We went to the art museum and then went to the Rocky statue, and there's like a line or like down the street for the Rocky statue. It's pretty crazy. Like just the statue itself. Like nobody was there. It was just that statue.
Didn't they take that statue down?
No, it's still there.
Oh. Oh. Uh-oh. I just got a pretty weird text.
What? Speaking of Baltimore, I started watching The Wire last night. I've only ever gotten like a couple episodes in, and I wasn't really even paying attention, so I started it over yesterday. It's good.
Oh, when is 25? Sorry, say that again. I just got this gnarly text. Say that again.
No, I was just talking. I started watching The Wire yesterday.
Oh, it's good, right?
Yeah. Usually I only get like a couple episodes in and I'm not paying attention. But since I have literally nothing better to do, that's what I've been watching. It's good. I like
What
it.
was Philly's vote? Can you see how Philly voted in the election?
Yeah.
Trump Kamala split the city of Philly. Oh, Nelly.
Excuse me.
I'm sending you a text. You and Susan a text right now. Houston, we have a problem.
Oh.
I can't do that. We can't do that.
No.
I can't do that.
No. No.
Yeah. Oh, Nelly. Let me boy oh boy.
Oh, they voted.
Do you have easy access to behind the scenes part 2 from the games this year? That you could text me a link to that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Haley, I can take the boys out of the house if you don't want to make them breakfast. And take them over to Dory's to eat breakfast. You guys want to go to Dory's? That way Mama doesn't have to cook right now. Oh, okay. You can make them. Yeah, do it. We can do both. We can go to Dory's and you can make eggs. But I just give Mom a break. Plus, what if Mama's disease is contagious and she gives it to you? I love seeing you work in the kitchen, Brawless, by the way. I don't care that you don't have Fs. You're not going to get a breast reduction, are you? You're not going to get a breast reduction, are you? I don't know. The crowd made me paranoid. Oh, good. All right. Space, please. Yeah. No. No. Go get dressed.
I just sent it to you.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That's going to be my response.
Yeah.
Just send that back. And then I'm going to say, Houston, we have a problem.
Philadelphia voted blue, by the way.
Of course they did. By what margin?
Significant.
That's one of the few that I mean, they just I'll never forget the 2 times I was there. Both times someone fucking attacked me because I was verbally attacked me because I was white. I don't even pass as white. I'm like more Bin Laden than white.
Really?
Yeah, that's happened to me in Berkeley too. In Berkeley and San Francisco. Berkeley a couple times. Actually, in Santa Barbara, someone, yeah. That shit's weird.
I was definitely carrying when I was there, though. Not that anybody would notice, but I was not taking any risks.
I'm definitely not white. Yeah. Yeah. I think most people who listen to this show are white supremacists, and they just listen to the show to kind of check their mark that they're in denial they're white supremacists. They can be like, well, we watch an Arab. Our favorite podcast is an Arab. I should change the name to the Muhammad podcast.
The Muhammad. Well,
yeah, I'm more Muhammad than I am Smith. Yeah, totally, totally fair. I'll take it. See, like these kind of racial slurs aren't cool. These kind of racial attacks, white in the pants, not cool.
Yeah, that's fucked
I know
up.
what that means. I know what that means.
Yeah. Well, you could be Asian in the pants. It's kind of average.
I was so I'm gonna tell you a little story about the behind the scenes. There was an event with the hammer. There was an event with a sledgehammer and a big tire, right?
Yeah.
And the athletes got to test that event before they did it.
Yep.
So they brought them all inside the stadium at Dickies, and it was just the athletes and like Dave and Chuck and Todd and Jason McDonald, a handful of internal media, the fucking woke cut crew, the ones that the pedos, homophobes, and racists, you know, the one that hate the blacks, that think blacks are inferior. That media crew was there. And then let's say 20 other spectators of some sort. You know what I mean? Like maybe I think maybe the judges were there who were going to judge that event.
Right.
When I talk, that hissing sound you hear is the steak gurgling over there my wife's making. And isn't it weird the mic picks that up? You can tell whenever she's making a steak. You hear that, right? That shh.
Yeah, as soon as you start talking, it pops up, but otherwise it's gone.
And so Jenna Haka, the chief marketing officer at the time, was really fucking cool, and they gave me access. They let me in there.
Sure.
Yeah. I was the only external media allowed in there. And you have to think like it's a weird relationship with me. Some people are like, he's an asshole. And some people are like, dude, he puts out tons of free content and like does whatever, supports CrossFit.
Right.
So it's weird, but Jenna's cool as shit. And she's like, okay, go in there. But they give me a chaperone. I can't remember who it was. It was someone I knew. She was attractive. But God, who was it? Was it an Asian chick? Who the fuck was my chaperone? But I have a chaperone. So I go into the stadium and it's me with a chaperone. And, you know, call me a fucking narcissist. But when I walk in, like half the place knows I walked in. Like, oh shit, he's here. Right?
Right.
Fucking the midget Osama bin Laden with 3 cameras dangling off him. So I go in there and everyone's on the floor. The racist media crew is on the floor filming all the white privileged athletes, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I go on the floor to film those athletes too, while they're testing the workouts. I'm getting candid conversations between Dave saying, "Hey, how we should make them hold the sledgehammer like this." Chuck's pushing back and saying, "No, it should be like this." And I'm getting all that behind the scenes shit. I'm interviewing Pat and Fikowski, and I'm just talking to everyone. Travis Mayer. I'm talking to everyone. You know, I interviewed Luca there.
Right.
Lazar Jukic. This is the only podcast that keeps remembering him, by the way. Everyone else has forgotten him. Disgusting. Memory will live strong here.
Yeah.
And Adrian Bosman walks up to me. So Dave's there, Chuck's, everyone's fucking there, dude. And Adrian walks up to me and goes, "Hey, you can't be here. You have to get on this other side of the fucking fence." You'll see it. You'll see it in the behind the scenes.
Really?
And I realized at that point, and Adrian and I are very good friends.
Yeah.
And I realized at that point that every single fucking year that I've done the behind the scenes, since Adrian started working there, I don't know when Adrian started working for HQ, but years after me, every year that he's had authority, at some point, this motherfucker flexes on me.
Really?
And I start having a flashback of all the fucking times he's flexed on me. There's all I'm doing is promoting his event. There's already fucking, you'll see it in my footage. There's already other camera operators there, photographers there. Dave's there. Jenna's there. Don Fall's there. Everyone's there. No one's saying shit to me.
Right.
This motherfucker walks right over to me and is like, "Hey, you got to stay on that side." I think he's joking at first, and then I realize he's not.
Really? I was going to say, I would imagine that's like a haha, good one.
No, Adrian's not a liberal at all. Not even close. I mean, he's from Canada. No, I'm like friends with Adrian.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have been around each other.
Maybe not after this bit. He's coming on the show tomorrow morning. I'm going to ask him.
Yeah.
I'm going to ask him tomorrow morning and be like, "Hey, dude, why are you always flexing? Every year, why are you flexing?" Like, who cares? No one else cared. Why'd you care? So you know what I did?
Mm.
And you can see in the behind the scenes. That's what's so cool. It's in episode 2. As soon as he leaves, he left, right? And as soon as he left, I just jumped back over the fence and went back out on the floor with everyone else. Of course, all their media. Yeah. And and no one else says anything to me. Canadians make us liberals look like makes our liberals look like conservatives. Yeah, U.S. liberals. Yeah, it's a good point.
That's so petty.
Bernie Gannon, you think you are friends? Yeah, it was. And it's unfair. It's unfair because I don't expect everyone to be as cool as me, but I bend over backwards to make people feel comfortable and to help people get what they want. Like, I'm a people pleaser. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, let them F titties swing to and fro.
What if she doesn't like the F titties?
Fuck her.
Then you're not a people pleaser.
Caleb, stop doing the algebra. You can have whatever you want. Just don't get my shot. Hey, let me ask you a question. How does that make sense that I'm doing a live podcast and you think it's appropriate to come over and talk to me, like, about just random, just nonsense? Oh, good point. It says, because you're my dad? We'll fix that.
It's like yesterday, Lance talking about him going up to his dad while he's beating the shit out of somebody in the ring. "Hey, Dad, can I get some chips for lunch, please?" And he's like just fucking mauling on a guy, and it's like, yeah, kid, go get him there in the locker room.
Listen, outside of me getting a good glimpse at a set of titties, I'm a people pleaser. I'm not Jesus. I am. Oh, look at Holy Balls. Look at my. Listen, go buy Holy Balls. They're not even sponsoring us anymore. My kids can't stop eating them. They love this shit. Oh, yeah,
Love
have
it so
whatever
much
you
they'll
want.
get in your shot.
But eat a lot of protein too. Please eat a lot of eggs. Don't eat more than one. Look at Joey's making breakfast. Joey's your little brother, and he makes breakfast. Anyway, it just annoyed the shit out of me when I saw that in the behind the scenes again yesterday. By the way, Patrick Rios did an amazing job. I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty insane.
Yeah, like
Just keeps getting better.
Like just a fucking amazing job. It's so good. I'll show you guys. Oh, I could even show you guys that little part. I could let me see. This is you know what I'm gonna do? Maybe I'm just gonna leave this thing behind the paywall all year. Maybe I'm never even gonna set this thing free.
No.
I don't know. Fuck it.
Book it.
Yeah. This is a Lazar Jukic memory thing at the end. This thing is so good. Hey, listen, I'm watching this yesterday on my phone. My kid's across the room. I have it in my ears. They can't see it or hear it. And my son Joseph goes, and I wasn't, but this is how like connected I'm with my kids. He goes, "Are you crying?" I hadn't made a sound. I wasn't crying, but like obviously I was like, he could feel the emotion coming off me.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what was missing last couple of years. Like I never got to be around you in the like warm up area and behind the scenes. So yeah,
Brother,
super nice to meet you. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you.
I like you guys. I don't like John Young. Did you get that?
Yep. Holy shit. I was more emotional the second time.
It was really good.
So say that again.
It's really good.
Yeah, Rios is such a beast.
Yeah.
Amanda Doyle. Oh, congrats on the baby. If you were him, could you think of any good reasons to make you stand behind the line? You know, that's a fucking great question. The only thing I could think of is that someone asked him to ask me. But I think I asked him that. I said, "Hey, did someone tell you to say that?" He's like, "No." And it's like, I was the most senior camera person there. I was the most senior journalist there. I'd been doing it twice as long as anyone who had fucking been there. I'd worked with those athletes twice as much as anyone who had been there. I'd worked with the staff twice as long as anyone had been there. The only reason why would be to big dick me. There can be no other fucking reason. I would love to know. Yeah. Lazar was crazy charismatic. He was so cool. It should have been someone else who died, like someone that was quiet that no one knew. Oops. All right. He went under. Not the fucking European champ who was cool as shit and acted like a brother, big brother to everyone.
Yeah, telling you to stand behind that line in that situation is so arbitrary too. Like it's not like anybody's doing it's purely a briefing for everybody to just pay attention and be taught how to do the movements, whatever. It's not like you're getting in the way of anybody. There's no competition occurring at all.
Look, I'll show you I'll show you really quick. I'll just show you a little bit of it. Oh, hold on, Amanda. I'll come back to you in 1 second. Let me just show you, like, so you guys can get a little peek of like what the actual venue looked like. So what was funny is, so this shot here, this is when I first came in. I was getting the establishing shots, right? So I'm getting the wide shot, right? Mm-hmm. And those are all across from me, sitting in that big bunch, are all the athletes.
Yeah.
Where the arrow is, and then over here, this is all the judges, I think, or these were all the coaches or something. I think these were all the coaches. So on the right were the coaches, and on the left, these are all the athletes and the judges. And then on the floor down here is like Eric O'Connor, Jason McDonald, shit like that, right? And so I walk over here, and they got my little chaperone with me too. And then so they're getting their briefing. I'm walking around, getting my establishing shots. Okay, so now I'm on the floor, right? There's Luka right there, right? Luka Jukic. That's all good. Practicing, right?
Lazarus right next to him, yeah.
Okay, and then I chat with Luka a bit. He was great. I think that's Sam Quant or something. So I'm just over there, and then this is where Adrian kicks me off.
Can I ask you a question?
And now I'm behind the fence. See, now they won't let me get any closer. Meanwhile, let me see. You see people. Look at where this camera fucking jackass is standing right here. I would have never stood over there. Who the fuck is this dude in the blue right here? Like, why are those people on the floor and I wouldn't have access? I'm actually bringing stuff to the people. I'm actually adding fucking value. And then he leaves, right? Oh, this is a great scene too. By the way, this is a great scene for anyone who doesn't think that Dave doesn't take feedback.
I just heckle you.
Yeah, that's fine.
So basically, then all these guys leave, and Dave and Chuck and Todd and Jason McDonald talk about it.
See what I'm doing this stuff? Yeah. The answer is yes. That's it's not a no rep. But you can't do that. Hold on. You just said yes. So let's say I throw it over. You said yes. So
Look at it's so good. They get into it here. It's so good. They ass pound Dave a little bit. But I walk back on the floor like, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fucking stay back there. Fucking working. How can you watch that and have any respect for people like Cuck Ritchie who tried to make Lazar's death about himself? I don't know what that means, but okay, I agree. Anything you say with Cuck Ritchie, I'm fine with. I think he's a cuck for the toothpaste he uses, how he stands. Just use whatever you say. I agree. Sevon, how do you feel about Kill Taylor ending? How do you feel about Taylor ending Kill Taylor bare ass? I don't even understand the question.
He showed his ass right when the show was ending.
You mean like but like he should have shown his dick, or like I don't understand. Like
he shouldn't have shown his bare ass.
How do I feel about him? I don't know what. I don't understand. How do I? It's like, how do I feel about today's weather? I mean, it's just today's weather. I don't know. It's just as that. I don't know. I don't know. I don't ask. Can you ask me the question again? Like, well, is there some? Am I supposed to read into that? Is there some implication? I love. I don't understand. It's a human ass. Yeah, I feel like it was a human ass. I agree with that. Just say you don't care. I mean, I do care. I like his ass. He sent a nude to me the other day.
Yeah, he did.
And
Yes,
his
he
body is crazy.
It doesn't make sense, honestly, but it's
If
pretty nuts.
seriously, if I was him, I would nair all that hair off and I would model. He's a superstar, man. He could be in Hollywood. His body is crazy. It was just a straight naked. No, I wasn't disgusted. I was like, holy shit. He's a freak, dude. He was just straight naked. He's this pale white.
Pale white horse.
Yeah, dude. He should play one of the Proud Boys in the Hollywood recreation of Jan 6, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah. His penis hung perfectly straight. He had a cute little penis. He had those lines on his waist that go down to his dick. He had a crazy six-pack. I hate to say it. I'm only going to say this once on the air, and then I never really want to bring it up again because I really like to play the all natural stuff, like that. I like saggy titties and fat chicks and all that. Like I don't care. But I'm just not a hair guy.
Really?
You know, yeah, like I don't mind a big bush, but like I don't like hair on the back. I like that the women shave their legs.
I agree. That's something we can agree on.
I know. I hate it that I have that. I just wish I didn't care, but I do like. I
love
I don't mind pubic hair around the vagina or the gawkins, but like the rest of the hair can just pretty much go. I don't even care if a chick's bald on her head. I prefer long hair. Yeah, no hair on women. Yeah, I mean, I wish I didn't, and I don't want hair. I don't like hair. I don't like hair on dudes either. I mean, I'm okay with my hair. I should get an exemption, but that's it.
Men like their penis described as cute.
No, probably not. You probably shouldn't use that. But he does have a cute little penis. It was so cute. It's like a. I think it was like when you buy water balloons and some of them are smaller than the other. You know when you buy those little water balloons and then every once in a while there's one that's like bigger or smaller. He got like the smaller one. You know what I mean? It's like it's filled up and it's like just like it's like a little like he got like a sausage, like a little stout sausage penis.
Oh gosh. We're gonna get a voice message from him later, and he's just gonna ass pound us.
No, it's a nice penis, but it's just like
you said it was cute.
It's on a very masculine body, like extremely masculine body, like even well.
Oh brother!
Strike that from the record. Edit that out, and that part with the hair.
Yeah, let me.
I think the hair thing. It kind of fucks with my like hippie persona that I'm trying to give off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it definitely does. That's not very accepting of you.
Yeah. I would take armpit hair over leg hair.
On a woman?
Yeah.
Nope.
Like if you would take leg hair over armpit hair?
Yep.
Oh.
I can't. Whenever I see that, I cannot stand it.
Armpit hair.
Yeah, I just don't understand. Like, why are you doing that? You're just.
Well, they're not doing it. It's what it just grows.
They're letting it happen. They're doing it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You know that's a conscious choice. You know they're like, I'm letting this. I'm free and I'm. Whatever.
Listen,
like no,
but like it's not a conscious choice for me. Like I don't put on shoes in the morning. That's not a conscious choice. I just don't put on shoes. I'm not like, okay, today I'm not putting on shoes.
They are
it's
saying
actually-
today
it's
I'm not
actually-
shaving my armpits, and the next day I'm not shaving my armpits.
Okay,
the
but I
next day
think
I'm not shaving my armpits.
by the time it gets like this long, by the time it looks like this, you know what I mean? By the time it looks like that, they've stopped making that choice, right? By then it's like,
Yeah, I guess. Now
I'm
they just wake up and
I'm just struggling with the fact
little
that
fucking
if
dirt
they
devils.
put their arms down, Caleb, you won't see, like, I'm telling you, just going back to if you had to choose between armpit hair and leg hair, if they put their arms down, you won't see the armpit hair, but the leg hair, you'll always see it.
The problem is that I swear to God, every chick I've ever met that has armpit hair makes it evident to everybody else that they don't shave their armpits.
Right. Like they're always wearing, you're in college, like
It's
they always wear the sleeveless shirts.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they're always like doing something up here.
You know what I just realized, Caleb? This is what a Asian girl's pussy looks like. Like their pubic hair don't curl. That's like a massive muff on an Asian girl right there. You know what I mean? Look at, how you doing, sister?
Wow, nice. Yeah, wow. Yeah, nice.
Thank you.
That's good.
I hurt my neck in that position. I can't be in that position anymore. Jesus Christ. I think my collarbone popped out of place. All right. Approaching the 3-hour mark again. Oh, you got another snow day?
Yeah, today's another snow day. Probably not tomorrow, though.
Sometimes I'm confused why people watch this show, but after days like this, I'm like, yeah, I know why they watch it.
Perverts.
See the Asian pussy.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s son shaking hands with his alleged killer, James Earl Ray. Well, the meeting took place in 1997. And during the meeting, King asked James Earl Ray if he had killed his father. And Ray maintained his innocence. And King replied, "I believe you, and my family believes you." And then they asked for a new trial, and they would file a civil case in 1999, in which they hired William Pepper as their attorney. And who was Pepper? The longtime attorney of James Earl Ray, the man accused of killing Dr. Martin Luther King by the government. And the King family would go on to win in court. It only took the jury 3 hours to reach a verdict, as the King family had brought suit against Lloyd Jowers, a 73-year-old retired businessman who claimed 6 years ago that he paid someone other than James Earl Ray to kill King. And the lawsuit was only for $100 because the Kings didn't want anyone to say they were doing it for money. William Pepper, the King's family lawyer, told jurors that Jowers was part of a vast conspiracy involving the mafia and agents of the federal government. He said that King was targeted because his opposition to the Vietnam War and plans to march on Washington, and that there was a cover-up involving the FBI, the CIA, the media, and Army intelligence. And you could read more about it here in Pepper.
Fuck. Is this real?
Pepper's book, Order to, and all this went down at the same time that JFK was taken out and RFK was taken out. And if you want to understand the world
and Malcolm X
today, you have to understand what happened to these three men. And it looks like President Trump is about to declassify the JFK, MLK, and RFK files. And
so here's the thing. Help me with this. So they declassify it, but does that mean it's still the truth?
What do you mean? Is it still the truth?
Okay, I'm good. Caleb, I know everyone wonders whether I'm straight or gay, and I'm finally I'm gonna write it on my hand and tell you what it is, and I'm gonna finally let the world know. And I go like this, and it says straight. And David Weed's like, he's fucking lying. He fucking wrote straight on it.
Yeah,
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
I see what
you're
you're
gonna show me the files, and it's like, what?
It's what was documented. It wasn't actually what happened, kind of thing. It's like you can write something in a way that makes it sound like it's something else.
Yeah, how are we ever supposed to know? It's like I saw a meme the other day. It was so funny. Someone wrote what did they say? The moon doesn't orbit the moon doesn't orbit the earth, and someone goes, "Oh my god, it's one of those people who still believes in the moon." You know what I mean? It's like it just goes into just deeper and deeper. Like, where does it stop?
Right. Like, at what point do you just not believe anything or believe everything? Yeah, that's a good point. I don't know. I would imagine. Well,
Fake classified info is used to get the military to agree with orders from above.
what?
I don't know what that means either, but I like it.
That's just it's the same thing as the moon thing.
I don't want to hear any more shit about declassifying files. Trump ain't declassifying anything. He said he was going to do that last term and didn't.
He's done a lot already.
When it's declassified, it's still the government's version of what happened.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
The moon is just gas. Just a gas. That's why, listen, that's why no one respects this show, because of comments like that, Sean. Has nothing to do with me. Has to do with wackadoodles like you watching, saying absurd things like that. Other than that, this show is tight. Preeminent source of all information. Our very own Eli Crane was at the jail. That's pretty cool. Did you see that?
You talked about it. I didn't see it though. No.
Told is they didn't. The person that was supposed to sign off on the releases was not here. That's the word that we're getting. We haven't got confirmation from the jail. We're not actually getting any word. In fact, if you want to just listen in on Eli for a second, you'll hear a little bit of it.
We want names of people, because if they're going to defy the president's orders, then you serve at the pleasure of the president as a federal employee. We're not going to put up with this. Playtime is over. Yeah. Eli, what's going on? We're live on air here. It's Charlie Kirk, Eli Crane, great from Arizona, 10 out of 10. Eli, give us a quick update.
Hey, Charlie, thanks for having us on. We're just down here at the D.C. jail. I just got off the phone with one of the public relations officers for the D.C. jail, who informed me that as soon as, because this D.C. jail is actually holding these prisoners on behalf of the U.S. Marshals, because they're federal prisoners, they don't have any authorities to release them. And once they receive documentation, federal documentation from the U.S. Marshals, then they can go ahead and process these folks out. That's what I was just told. And so we're going to continue to stay down here, put pressure, and get as many answers that we can. These guys. This is BS.
We're not going to put up with this. First of all, the U.S. Marshals are not some sort of they're not their own branch of government. I must have missed Article 8 of the U.S. Constitution, where the U.S. Marshals are their own part of. No, they serve at the pleasure of the president.
What we're being told is they didn't.
Charlie's on fire. Listen, Sean.
This man.
Listen. All I'm asking you to do is to change your name. Listen, everyone knows this is the most respected news source in the world. And when you say the moon is gas, it just ruins it for all of us. You're the rotten apple that spoils it for all of us. Everyone knows that. Change your name to something else. Go anonymous. That's it. You're cramping David Weed's style. You're cramping Patrick Lang's style. Bernie Gannon. All of us are very logical thinkers, and you're saying the moon is gas, and whether you're right or wrong, we can't have that. Can't have that. Yeah, change it to Trish. There you go. Don't use such a strong name like Sean Lenderman. Thank you. On behalf of all, changing my name to Tom Garrett. Someone's going to be like, is Sevon serious? Did we already talk about the giant tits and the chick who didn't want to get fucked doggy style because they bounce around too much?
Yes, we did.
Would you say that sums up the argument? Like if I were to talk, like if I would go to the bar now and I'm just talking to the guys down at Dory's drunk and I'm like, dude, I saw this article about this chick who has these giant titties and she doesn't want to do it doggy style because she doesn't want them bouncing around. It's fucked up. You think that sums up the story? She's telling her husband no. She has to wear a bra if she's getting banged doggy style because she don't want him bouncing around.
Yeah.
That shows my ability to that shows my reading comprehension skills right there. I read stuff, I take it in, and then I can
yeah, wow. That's good. Nice.
Thank you.
It's a whole 500-word essay, just condensed into 50.
Showing off damn, this really is a woman hating show. We showed a woman crashing a car.
But we just freed somebody of misogyny earlier, so I think it's actually doing pretty well.
Okay, good. All right. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. How do I get lumped up with those two idiots?
Bernie's what?
Oh, Bernie taking strays.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Hey, that's the most negative thing Bernie's ever said. He never says anything negative.
No,
Have
he
you ever seen him
doesn't.
say anything negative?
No, he's very even keel all the time.
Jeez Louise. Oh yeah. Now Billie Eilish has boobs that would make the world would significantly more peace if everyone got to see them bounce around. Yeah.
She didn't just like it didn't just occur overnight. Like she's always had them. She just nobody knew. Everybody knows now.
Yeah, someone on the show pointed that out to me. I really appreciate that.
You're
Glad
welcome.
she has one redeeming quality.
You're welcome.
Okay. This someone's going to need to explain this one to me. I'm struggling with this one a little bit.
First wave feminism sought to give women men's rights without men's responsibilities. Second wave feminism sought to reduce or eliminate women's responsibilities. And third wave feminism seeks to increase men's responsibilities. We find that men can't win for losing. They still bear the majority of the burdens they did 100 years ago. To one degree or another, they are still expected to pay on the first date and onward, still expected to pay most or all of the household bills, still expected to be at least as educated as their female partner, still expected to be the one to buy the ring and to buy the flowers and then to buy the chocolates on Valentine's Day, still expected to put themselves between a woman and any danger, still expected to take responsibility for themselves and others, especially women and children. The primary difference is they aren't allowed to expect any thanks, gratitude, respect, status, or reward for it. In one, girls and women are their equals, every bit as tough, capable, resilient, self-reliant, and powerful. And in the other, girls and women are so vulnerable and fragile that they need to be treated with special gentleness and consideration, extra protection and respect. And they are so incapable that they need boys and men to rescue them from anything that might endanger or upset them. Men owe it to us for how horrible men were in the past. I'm just here to ask, what the hell are we doing to our boys and to our men? First wave feminism.
I need help.
What?
What is she saying? She's saying that it's fucked up what we're doing to guys.
Yeah,
Or
because the way this is how I understand it. Women are demanding to be treated like men while also being appreciated and told like thank you but also expecting men to continue to protect them and provide for them and do all the other shit. Men have never asked for anything more, but women want to be treated like men while also being treated like women. Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. That
Like
yeah, I know women who vacillate between wanting you to see them as just a fuck pillow but also see them as the smartest person in the room.
Right. I can do
And
that.
I'm just
But it's a lot.
It's a lot, yeah.
Yeah, like they
women
want to be like what is it called? Like they try to be like boss girls. That's like a term where like, oh, I boss girled too hard. Or like now I'm a CEO or whatever, and now they complain that they don't have anybody to love them and be feminine around, quote unquote feminine around.
Someone wrote, women want the authority of a man, the privileges of a woman, and the accountability of a child. They work and make their own money, yet we're still expected to pay for everything. His money is their money. Her money is her money. The thing is, I don't really know any. I mean, I hear it. I don't really know any. Actually,
well, yeah,
I just don't hang around. I just don't hang around women like that.
Exactly. It's like what's funny is like my wife will go out and talk to her old friends from college or like anybody that she's known in the past before, like whatever, and it's like that. Like they expect to be paid for, they expect to be catered to, they expect to be able to stay at home and do nothing, and it's like no, we can't do that. Like we both like these days I feel like everybody's got to be working. Like my wife and I both work. I mean, I think between the two of us we have like 3 or 4 jobs, and so like you just can't do that with one person. Like one person can't be providing for you and then also bringing you flowers and also catering to you and also doing all the other shit that you request a man to do for them.
I think it's I don't know if the word's admirable, but bear with me here. I think it's admirable as a man to want to and I'm not saying it's like a dichotomy, like you're a bad man if you don't want to do this, but I think it's admirable as a man to want to be able to provide the resources for your wife to raise children for you.
For sure. No, of course.
You know what I mean? But I also think that women and men alike, people need hobbies is the wrong word. But passion, direction. People need to have their own thing that they're working on in order to like provide some sort of sanity, and stability, and value. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's it. It's exactly it. You nailed it. Value. People need to be able to bring value in the world on their own. And men need to make space for women to do that. Women need to make a space for men to do that.
Right. But they just expect to not have to add any of that.
Yeah. I don't know too many. Hey, now that I think about it, the handful of fucked up women that I know who are like that like described the way she described, they are not in happy relationships.
Yeah. Because they expect everything. They expect the man to do everything and to just cater to them. And like, have you watched Landman?
No.
Okay. That's a great series. But the ex-wife has this like insane expectation of Billy Bob Thornton's character of like, you're going to be home at this time and you're going to eat what I have and you're going to do this and you're going to appreciate me and we're going to do this all. It's like, you can't do that. You can't force somebody to, like, the guy's got to work. He's got to bring home money. Sometimes that means he doesn't get home till 10 p.m.
Sometimes it means he has to bang his boss.
Sure. Yeah, probably not. But like, you just have to, you can't put expectations on people like that. Like these unreasonable things, like, you know what you married into. You understand like the consequences of everybody's decisions, and you have to just go with that.
Listen. Oh wait, Pat. I'm okay with women getting all that shit, and I still pay for everything. Me too. As long as they clean the house, make food, and we all win. All that. Yep, I agree with all that. It's only admirable as a man to take care of your kids. My wife has a job, makes more money than me. She can fend for herself. Nah, fuck that. Listen, I'm perfectly okay with women going out and getting a job, making tons of money, whatever. I'm being a stay-at-home dad, all that shit. But listen, you want to? I think the ideal situation is that you're fucking making enough loot so that your wife can stay home and raise your kids.
Yeah.
You want a wife to stay home and take care of your kids. You just do. Maybe you can have the best of both worlds. Maybe in 5 years, Caleb has kids and his wife's only working 3 days a week, and so it's 3 days on, 4 days off, and like she got the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Stay-at-home mom have so many opportunities to work some gigs and passion projects nowadays. If they're bored at home, it's their fault. Yeah,
100%.
I agree. So that chick's not a hater, right?
No, I think she's not a hater. Just put that simply.
All right. And of course, no show will be complete without some racism talk. Been a great show. Thank you, Caleb.
Yeah.
I love Asian men. I do. All my ex-boyfriends have been Asian, so technically I'm still a virgin. I learned that racism is passed down generationally, so it's internalized, which makes sense. I was walking home. It was late at night, and this black guy walks towards me. And instinctively, I grab my purse, even though logically, I know he's not for sale. He did steal my wallet, though. Thank you, guys.
I saw